guys hear me? Testing 1, 2, 3. Apologize about that. For some reason, it duplicated the vertical stream key code. That was a little bit weird. But let me know if this is working for y'all. Let me know if this is working for y'all. Let's type in yo's in the chat. Yo, did that pop up? Yo. See if this pops up. Good. I think it is. Good. All right, we're ready to get underway. Let's go. Nice. We're ready to get underway. This is public. This is public too, right? All right, so the Sixers are underway. So they will have to play defense first. So we're on the vertical stream. I just want to make sure that this is also correct. Can y'all see me in the chat? Testing 1, 2, 3. 4, 5, 6. Let me make sure that my chat's working. Can y'all see me in the chat? Why can't I see the chat? 2-0 Wizards already. That's because I'm on the vertical stream here. That's because I'm tuning in the 2 vertical streams. Duh. There we go. That's better. All right, good. Okay, very, very good. Let me type in yo in this chat. See if this works. All right, it's already a 2-0 game. Got eyes on you. Very good. All good. Great. We got the people here. We got the people here. All right, 2-0 Philadelphia down by 2. Caleb Martin has it for the Philadelphia 76ers, and we have a turnaround jumper, and that is up and good by Caleb. So Martin able to hit a turnaround elbow jumper, and the Sixers are on the board. Sorry about the technical difficulties. Now we know from now on that we have to make sure that those streams aren't duplicated. That was really weird. Martin plays pretty good defense all over Bolobali. Well, he ended off back over to Kuzma, and Kyle knocks down a tray. So the Sixers lineup, let's get into that for tonight. It's Tyrese Maxey, Kelly Oubre Jr., Eric Gordon, Caleb Martin, and Gershon Yabusele. Then it'll be Bub Carrington, Bilal Coulibaly, Kaishan George, Kyle Kuzma, and Jonas Valanciunas. So we have a foul called. It happens, no worries, JJ. Yep, it does happen. It does. And now the chat wants to stop working. Isn't that beautiful? Let me just wait before I do that. Now all of a sudden, because there's 2 different things rendering, Maxey steps back, pulls up for a 3, and that one's no good. That is off the mark. Chat's not working on my channel. Fix it during the break. 9 minutes and 50 seconds to go in the first quarter, and we have another whistle called. That's going to go against the Philadelphia 76ers. They're going to say that it was a personal foul on Caleb Martin. What are your final score predictions? Make sure that you guys comment those down below. Yeah, the chat is working. My end of the chat where I can, see you guys and not have to put you on another screen. That's not working. Here's Kuzma, a turnaround J, and it's off the mark. So the Sixers have it. Eric Gordon will try to lay it up and in, and he got it! And we'll go to the line for the old-fashioned three-point play. Nice play, dude. Eric Gordon was in midair and did a little pirouette and had some sly moves as well. He was slick. Gordon's going to try to tie the game for Philadelphia. Chat is working. Good. All right. That chat is, your chat's working. Yabusele gets the offensive rebound for the Sixers. There's Maxey on a catch and shoot 3. Yes! Sixers up by 2. And they are out in front 7-5. 9 minutes and 25 seconds remaining in quarter number 1. Kuzma will hand it off again over to Valanciunas, former Toronto Raptor. Again, mods, make sure I'm saying his name correctly. We have an offensive rebound off of a turnaround jumper. The rebound went to Valanciunas, then he missed a little putback. The Wizards got the offensive rebound, and it went out of bounds for a quick second. 109-98, says Jane. That's awesome. Very cool. Oh, scoreboard. Somebody forgot to tell me about that. All right, scoreboard's up and running. The top one is... I like the stack scores, man. I do. I really like the stack scores. And I like the little ticker on the short one. You know, I think that the little ticker there is nice if you're just watching it on your phone. Oubre gets the dribble handoff, and now we'll try to take it from coast to coast, and he gets the left-handed floater to fall. I do still love Oubre. I love Oubre. I love Kelly, man. We have a step-back three-pointer by Carlton Carrington, and he missed it. And it goes out of bounds. It'll be Sixers ball. Carlton Carrington, 19 years old, drafted by Portland back in 2024, went to Pittsburgh College, just averaging 9.5 points per game this year, along with 4 rebounds and 4 assists as well. Gordon over to Yabusele, one more to Oubre, who takes a three-pointer on the far wing, and it doesn't get the friendly roll. Hit right off the front iron. 8 minutes and 13 seconds to go, and the ball goes out of bounds. It's last touched by the Philadelphia 76ers, and they'll still be watching the ball. So far, what's been going on in this game, man? The Sixers, they've played a little bit of a back-and-forth game. They have certainly been jogging up and down the court. They did have one nice three by Tyrese Maxey, and Eric Gordon had a little and-one play, too. Their defense has been great. They almost got a steal there on the inbound pass. Notice Valanciunas goes up with a shot. It's rejected by Oubre. Oubre trying to play defense for three, and that three is good. I can't believe it. Valanciunas literally tried to just dunk it and posterize Oubre, and Kelly Oubre stood his ground. Even though the shot ended up going in, it was a three-pointer, he's still going to have to be satisfied with that effort by Oubre. 5 seconds left on the shot clock. Here's a step-back three by Gordon. He knew it was good, and it goes down the drain. Started to back up, and he just was feeling it. That's like one of the best feelings when a shooter just knows that their shot is going to go in. We have a shot that's up and out. Hit off the front iron. And again, Oubre's defense, I want to make sure that I go back to that. Oubre just went toe-to-toe with Jonas Valanciunas, and he rejected it. Now, should he have stayed with the play? He should have tried to, but he played really, really well. Maxey trying to get some space. Pulls up from the right side, and it's off the mark. He went over towards his right. It was at the top of the key. He tried to go left first. Then he took a couple of jab steps and then just pirouetted towards that top of the perimeter. Okay. What's my score prediction? I'll let you know during the break. 12-8 is the score. 7 minutes to go in quarter number one. A dribble handoff to Bilal Coulibaly. There's a lot of traffic downhill. Valanciunas trying to tip it up over Gershon Yabusele. He tipped it 4 times, and the 4th time was a charm. It was like he was just playing wall ball all by himself. Really. It's like watching the ball bounce off the wall, and it just comes right back to him in the same exact spot. We have a timeout called. It's a 12-10 game, as the Sixers will burn their first timeout. 6.5 minutes left remaining. And I will actually be right back because I want to fix this Ninja Chat, and then I will give you my final score predictions. we're back. 12-10. Sixers up by 2. Can't seem to fix this. All right, it is what it is. The show must go on. Catch and shoot 3 by Gordon. Yes! Philadelphia up by 5 as Gordon hits it over from the left wing. So my final score prediction tonight is 119 to 100. Sixers. 119 to 100 is my final score prediction. Okay. That is my final score prediction for tonight's game. 15-10 is the score. Shot clock's winding down. Valanciunas tries to settle for a jump shot, and Tyrese Maxey is the one who gets it for Philadelphia. We have about 5:55 left to go in the first quarter. Yabusele with a wide open 3 on the near corner. Count it! Sixers able to make a statement in the first quarter so far. Yabusele's in the chats. And we have a turnover called. It'll be on Washington. And it's 18-10 Philadelphia. So let's recoup a little bit and talk a little bit more about this game. So the Sixers are shooting 50% from 3. They're 4 for 8 from downtown, man. They've been shooting the ball very well. Role players tend to shoot the ball better at home. And I've been very impressed with what's been going on in tonight's game. Maxey dribbles over towards the right side. Behind the back, bounce pass over to Yabusele. He thought about taking the 3. Now wants to take it over towards the cup. And he lost the ball, but there is a whistle called. It's a foul on Valanciunas. It looked like he was about ready to tear the roof down and set the WFC on fire. But Valanciunas said, I have other plans. And we'll have some free throws coming on up. Yes, sir. What's wrong with Embiid? Is it management or an injury? This time they say it's a foot. Do we believe it? I don't know. It's always something with him, man. Always something. Foul shot number 1 is good by Gershon. 4 points, 1 rebound, and 1 assist as well. RP says, Wizards are looking so bad, they're making Eric Gordon look like Luka. Foul shot number 2 by Yabu. Yes.
Excellent.
Thank you so much for the compliment about the haircut. 8-0 run by Philadelphia. So 119 to 101, I think I said was my final score prediction. 119 to 100. I'm going to go with 100. 119 to 100. Kuzma trying to go up with a 3-pointer, and it's bricked. Jeff Doughton Jr. with a little skip pass over to Yabusele, but it's picked off by Carrington. He got his hand into the cookie jar. And the Sixers got to play defense. 5 minutes to go in quarter number 1. Valanciunas has it. He has a mismatch on him. It's Eric Gordon, but got the ball denied and rejected by Oubre. Kelly trying to go coast to coast. He lost the handles. He gets it back, though. Goes downhill and floats it in for the Sixers. And a thunderous roar at Philadelphia. 4 turnovers by the Washington Wizards and just 1 by the Sixers. And we have another whistle on Eric Gordon. So we'll just get a personal foul called on him. Jonas Valanciunas is going to be going over to the bench. Again, please let me know. Please let me know down below if we're saying his name correctly. Jonas Valanciunas. 22-10 is the score. 4 minutes and 22 seconds to go in the first quarter. Here's a catch-and-shoot 3-pointer by Kispert. And that shot's way off. Wanted the Sixers to try to get him a couple of years ago. At one point, he was a 40% three-point shooter. Doughton over at the nail. Dribbles over towards the left side of the wing, and he finished too strong off the glass. Rebound by Washington. Rashawn Holmes, former Philadelphia 76er, is out there for the Washington Wizards. Hard to believe that he's still in the NBA. Rashawn Holmes, man, 31 years old, averaging just 2.5 points per game. We have a cut over to the basket by Kuzma as he drills it inside the paint. 3 minutes and 40 seconds to go. Oubre catches, lights it up from 3. Got it! He bottled it up from another area code. 13-point lead for the Sixers. Here we go. It's Yabusele who tries to play good defense all over Carrington, and Carrington throws it away. and it'll be Sixers basketball. 3 fouls committed by the Washington Wizards, just 2 by Philadelphia. So the Wizards, again, they're without Jordan Poole, right? They have a lot of guys missing in their lineup tonight, along with the Sixers, too. You just think, though, about how many guys are just not available tonight. Poole, Sarr, Brogdon, Bagley, Anthony Gill was questionable. Johnny Davis is still out for them. So they're missing some key pieces. Oubre with a nice little play over to Adem Bona, who got it rejected, though. And the Wizards, here they come. Over on the other side, Sixers got to get back on defense. Kuzma tries to drive it in towards the lane. Goes up with a shot over Edwards, and it is blocked. But they are going to call a foul, the refs. It'll be on Adem Bona for a loose ball foul. I'll be right back trying to search Jonah's name right now. Thank you. Appreciate it very, very much. Thank you very, very much for doing that. I think it's Vayanchunas. I will be away for Jeopardy. A trivia? Till 8. Be right back. Oh no, you'll be back. Trivia won't be till like 9. 25-12. Shot clock winding down. A catch and shoot triple by the Wizards. And no good. Edwards. Rebound. Justin Edwards and Adem Bona, Kelly Oubre Jr., Reggie Jackson, and Jeff Doughton all out there for the Sixers. Jackson with a little handoff gets it up and gets it in, and he'll get one more as well.
Excellent.
Wrong sound effect. Sorry about that. We have a timeout by the Wizards. It is a shooting foul on Richaun Holmes. 27 points for the Sixers and 12 for the Washington Wizards. Michael's here. What's up, Mike? What is up, Michael? How you doing, man? Thank you so much for being here. If you are new to the channel, let me actually go to my monologue screen for a very, very quick second. Hi there, everybody. In case you are new to this channel, the name is Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. We go live for Philadelphia 76ers basketball. We also do Philadelphia Phillies baseball. And we do Eagles football as well. I have a lot of fun on here. It's a blast, and I hope that you guys enjoy. If you guys want to, you're more than welcome to hit the thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, spread the word out there, because I want us to get more and more freaks. I want us to get more and more Philly freaks out there to come on and support our channel. And freaks is spelled with a capital P and a capital H. The Freak Out Zone. I think I just came up with an idea. The Freak Out Zone. The Freak Out Zone. I don't know what that means, but it's a name for something. It's a name for something. Play-by-Play with JJ, the TV show. I play every night with my mom. Wait, hold up. Let me reread that. Pause the music. All right. Play-by-Play with JJ, the TV show I play every night with my mom. That was bad. It's because this thing is an overload, and I got to figure out how to slow down this process, because I do have a lot of things running. I do. I think I knock on wood every day, man, that this thing lasts me for a while. I do. I pray. I pray to the basketball gods. JJ, we support you. I don't think we support these teams. It means that we're cracking the Liberty Bell. That's exactly what it means. Freak Out 70s disco song. Yes. Yes. Very, very cool. If I miss a super chat, please let me know. I am really going to try to keep up with everything. Just bear with me, man. So chic. Live freak. Freak out! I love it. That's exactly what I was thinking. I was thinking of something like that. Encoding overload. Consider turning your video settings down. Oh, that's great. Hopefully we don't crash. That's beautiful. 27 points for the Sixers. 12 points for the Washington Wizards. Foul shot by Reggie Jackson. Yes!
Excellent.
I know a song's going to be stuck in Grace's head now. These are all good times. Nah, kidding. 28-12. Sixers lead it by 16 points. Here's George over at the top of the key. That's not Paul George. That is Kaishan George. A three by Washington is good. That is the freshman out there. That is Jared Butler, who's able to knock it down. Wizards just shooting 20.5% from the field. Bona kicks it out. It's a Oubre for a catch-and-shoot triple, and Oubre can't cash it in. Lineup out there for the Wizards, it's George, Holmes, Kispert, Champagne, and Butler. And the Wizards make another bucket and make it now an 11-point deficit. That's Rashawn Holmes, who's able to convert and get the offensive rebound off of the bad shot by Reggie Jackson. By Corey Kispert. Here's Oubre on a little putback, reverse dunk. And the Sixers have a 13-point lead. 1 minute and 20 seconds to go in quarter number one. They have a drive over towards the basket. Count it, and one for Jared Butler. He got it, man, just off of the right hand. He was heading into the lane. Okay, he was right down Broadway and just flicked it with his wrist and was able to knock it down with ease. Valanciunas. Okay, that's what I thought. And it's Jonas, right? Not Jonas. Correct? I have the Wizards game versus the Sixers on, and now I know who Yabusele is. Starting again with Joel Embiid sitting out. That is correct. Caleb Martin will get the inbound pass, and he'll just dump it off over to Jeff Doughton Jr. Doughton Jr. trying to go up with a layup. There's a little bit of contact, but the whistles do remain silent. 4-on-3 basketball. A catch-and-shoot trifecta is bombed by Washington. Corey Kispert. A line drive three-pointer from the far wing, and that cuts the deficit to 7. Sixers have got to do a better job on their defense. Right now, their lineup, it's Martin, Edwards, Bona, Jackson, and Doughton Jr. Sixers can't buy a bucket from 3. That was a missed shot by Justin Edwards. The ball goes out of bounds, and it's Wizards basketball with less than 42 seconds to go, 41.5 to be exact. Maybe we need Jared Butler instead of Jimmy, says Grace. Uh-oh, shots fired. Shots fired. If you guys want to donate to the channel, you're absolutely more than welcome to. Please share this with your friends. Please share this with your family. Please just spread the word, man. If you like Philadelphia sports, if you like broadcasting, you know, if you are interested in becoming a content creator, I don't like to say it. I don't really like to call myself a content creator when it comes to this. Like, would I like to be one? Yes, but I do. I say that I do play-by-play on YouTube. That's what I really have to start saying. We do have a coach's challenge with 41 seconds to go. The Sixers are going to challenge the loose ball foul that was called on Adem Bona. So, yeah. We're going to start building in our Twitch community as well. That'll be really cool. Awesome things lined up for this year, man. Awesome things are going to be lined up for this year. And it's going to be absolutely insane. It's going to be fun. We're diving into new territory. Nobody tells you like how to do it, but you just do it. And we're going to find and we're going to see other ways that are going to help us click even more. I see this thing becoming a popular channel. I really do. I see what we're doing on here, and I really do believe in us. And I think that with even more hard work this year, not even just the YouTube shorts, but also extra content. I know I said I was going to go live yesterday. Didn't do it. Got caught up with a lot of things, and life gets into the way. But telling you, we're going to be more and more focused. And some more interesting things are coming. Let's see if we can get the call overturned. Yeah, let's see. My bets are 7-1 as the odds that we don't. So what is the rule? What's the challenge? Sixers have actually won a challenge. I was wrong. Well, life says nope, not today. Yeah, they said nope, not yesterday. So, but we're committed, man. I want you guys to get the best type of product that you can out there. And that includes doing these dual streams. You know why I like having the vertical stream out there too? Because some people don't like to talk. You know, and they like to tune into the one that's just on their phones, you know, and it fits more on their phones. They can see me and they don't like to talk, and it's nice that way. There's pros and cons. I like them both. We're going to stick to this. First foul shot is good. Ooh, we are winning our challenges. Yes, we are. 7 minutes played by Bona on average this year. Foul shot number 2 by Adem. Yes, he got it.
Excellent.
Adem Bona able to hit both foul shots. And there's one possession separating the shot clock from the game clock, I would say. 32.5 seconds left to go. Scratch that, maybe 2 possessions, as the little layup is up and in by Butler. 32-25. Sixers still in the driver's seat for now. Now there's about 9 seconds differentiating the shot clock from the game clock. 10 seconds left to go as Maxi's at the logo. Gets a pick from Martin. Decides not to use it, though. Kispert's on him. There's a pass over to a wide-open three-point shooter, and that's off the mark by Justin Edwards. Rebounded by Washington, and they're going to settle for the final shot of this quarter. Losing the basketball is Holmes. He almost lost it, and he goes right down over towards the deck, and the Wizards are going to call a timeout with about 1/10 of a second to go. Wild. I've never seen anything like that. There's 0.6 of a second left to go in this quarter, and they call a timeout. Unbelievable. Some of us talk too much, this Grace. No, but I'm not throwing shots at anybody. I'm not throwing shade at anybody. That's not who I am. But, you know, sometimes people are like, you know, like I don't want to like be as heavily involved with chat tonight. So like, let me tune into the vertical one. Or it's like, you know, I like this community on here better over here. So let me just go vibe that way. You know, fits the stream better, and we're trying to fit everybody's needs, guys. That's really what it comes down to. Some of us are too chatty, though. I become so much more chatty, and that's bad because I'm usually more so of a listener, and I think that I finally have realized today that I really can be a yapper. And you might say to yourself, oh, JJ, you do this for like 3 hours almost every day, sometimes 6 hours. It's different, though, when you're in a social setting. Sometimes I have noticed that I do tend to talk more at times. You know, it's funny. I'm only here because I love to see this play-by-play, and the freaks are awesome. The freaks are freaktastic. That's what they are. They are freaktastic. Kaishan George tries to go up with a catch-and-shoot three-pointer, and it's airballed. It didn't even come on. He literally airballed it. He tried to inbound and throw like a little alley-oop pass. That's really what it was. And he airballed an alley-oop pass. I've never seen anything quite like it. Jackson will inbound it for the Sixers, and he'll give it up over to Maxey. Maxey takes a dribble. It wasn't going to count anyways, and he airballs a half-court shot. And we've played one quarter and head into quarter number 2. Sixers lead it by 7. Feel loose. Feel very, very loose tonight. Jonas Valanciunas. Yes, it is Jonas. Okay. Just wanted to make sure. Thank you, Mod Squad. Appreciate it. Yes, we got 61 views on the vertical stream so far. 5 concurrent viewers over there. Like to see it. Like to see it very, very much. And then on the horizontal, We're doing really good on that too. I want to take a minute, and I want to go to my monologue screen for a second. So, in the very beginning, before I got started with my show, I said that I'm really happy to be on stream tonight. I'm very, very happy to be here, and I got a lot of smiles when I saw Mike, when I saw Grace, Scott, and everybody else that's here in the chat that was here at the very, very beginning, because sometimes, man, like it's life gets into the way of things, and I'm just so blessed and I'm so happy. I'm so happy to be here. It was not an easy day for me, and it's nice to be able to have you guys here with me, even if we're virtual. So just thank you for being you. That's all I wanted to say. Love you guys. And now back to our regular scheduled programming. But first, a sip of water. This sip of water is brought to you by JJ's Philly Freaks. Are you tired of watching Philly sports by yourself? Do you want to know what it takes to become a Philadelphia sports fan? Then join Freak Nation. They'll show you. It's nice to have you here too, brother. It's all love. Yeah. It's an escape from reality, man. 32. The 25 Sixers up by 7 as we begin quarter number 2. Here's Gordon on a catch and shoot three-pointer for the Sixers. Off the mark. Offensive rebound, though, by Adem Bona. Bona swings it out to Caleb Martin. Martin goes into the lane, puts up a shot, and he got it. Caleb Martin able to get on the board for the Sixers. I got 8 so far, says Jane. Nice. I enjoy talking about sports, so Grace may need to tell me to be quiet. That's funny. We have an offensive rebound by Washington as the ball goes out of bounds. It was a little floater by Jared Butler. Butler just could not get it to fall. Kaishan George is going to sub on in for Washington. He puts up a three-pointer from the top of the perimeter, tried to hammer it in, and couldn't do it. 9-point lead for Philadelphia. A step-back tray by Tyrese Maxey, but we have a foul, and Rashawn Holmes is hobbling on that right foot. As he's hobbling, he's walking it off. Sixers play the Wizards 2 more times after this. They have owned the Washington Wizards over the last at least 8 years, man. We've just only played 50 seconds in this second quarter so far. Here's Tyrese Maxey will swing it out over to Eric Gordon. 5 seconds left on the shot clock. Gordon was at the top of the key, dribbles with about 5 dribbles. Takes about 5 dribbles and then goes down the lane. Then we have a travel called on Eric Gordon. There's a travel called on Eric Gordon. JJ, I need to make a freak emoji for the Freaks. Any ideas, Freaks? I don't know, but I do have my play-by-play with JJ emojis. You guys are more than welcome to use those. For right now, Bona rejects he gets a block as Corey Kispert tried to meet him right at the rim. Caleb Martin gets a block off of Corey Kispert's shot, and the Sixers get the ball back. Council on the catch-and-shoot three. He fires. No good. Rebound by Corey Kispert. And we've played about just a minute and a half into the second quarter. Wizards providing some better ball movement. They have 2 points in this quarter so far. Here's a drive over towards the lane, and Butler has it, and will go to the line for the old-fashioned three-point play. That makes it 34-27. Almost played the buzzer. Almost doesn't count, though. Why would I do that? Because I'm thinking about Jimmy Butler being a Sixer. Of him being a Sixer once upon a time. Do I want him back? I'll take him. 34 points for Philadelphia, 27 by Washington, and already 10 points by Jared Butler. And the foul shot is off the mark. So the three-point conversion is no good. Adem Bona, first-round draft pick by the Sixers, second-round draft pick by the Sixers this year. Still playing out there for Philadelphia. Maxey has it with 5 seconds left on the shot clock. He'll spin, he'll turn, he'll try to hit a turnaround J. And Kispert there at the right time to haul in the board. Okay. Sixers play double team on defense, and Corey Kispert makes a wide open three, and you can't double team Jared Butler. Even if he has 10 points already so far, it is a 4-point ball game. Another bucket goes up and in by Council. He's fouled. It took literally 5 bounces. And the foul is called on Keyshawn George. And the Sixers will get another and one opportunity and try to increase their lead by 7. If you have any feedback or would like to reach out to JJ for business inquiries, email him at jasonjosephonair@gmail.com. And if you just subscribe to the channel, comment who you are down below. How did you become a Philly freak? How did you become a basketball freak? Let us know in the chats. Kispert at the top of the perimeter, dribbles with the left hand, takes it over towards the elbow inside the three-point line, handing it off over to Butler again towards that right side. Catch and shoot triple is good for Washington. Again, that's Justin Champagnie, the brother of former Sixer Julian Champagnie, who is now on the San Antonio Spurs. Actually gets around the screen again, wants to try to use it, almost lost the ball. He was double-teamed for a quick second, and now wants to try to take his defender on skates. Here's a turnaround pull-up J from the far corner. Swish! Inside the three-point line by Tyrese Maxey. Well, trying to get a rebound off of the missed shot by Jared Butler, and he boxed out his defender, and Caleb Martin had it. Martin trying to take it over towards the other side, knives through the lane, scoops and scores with that underhanded play from the right hand. And the Sixers, they have an 8-point lead and a timeout burned by Brian Keefe. Nice. And they'll be right back. All right. This team confuses me. The Philadelphia 76ers confuse me so much. What's up, Katie? Oops. I just realized that my emoji is blocking the Sixers on my vertical. I just changed that. No harm done. No worries, we're all good. Anybody watching any cool TV shows? Anybody watching some cool TV shows? Or have any sort of suggestions on what I should get into? Haven't really been watching TV. Sports has been my main TV. And somebody put it like this the other day. It's interesting how, sports has their timeouts and stuff. So the attention span for it isn't really as insane, if that makes sense. I'm not saying that I'm losing my attention span. I actually do think I am losing a little bit of it, and it doesn't surprise me because I think a lot of people are. But I am just, I bring this up because, when I'm watching a movie, I want to make sure that I dedicate my time to watch the movie. You know what I mean? I used to know the answer to that. What got you into it? What made you become a freak? Was that what you mean? Peripheral on Prime. Ooh. Peripheral on Prime. We'll have to look that up. I enjoyed a horror show called From. Is that the one with the guy from Parks and Rec? Is that the one that my dad watches? It's on Apple TV. Is that it? Adam, gosh, I'm not going to Google it. Is that who I'm talking about, though? Phone's doing it to all of us. Yeah, it's social media, man. And I'm also, when you really think about it, I'm also a part of the problem because guess what? I'm making YouTube Shorts now, too. So I'm contributing to that. So you're welcome. You're very welcome. I'm also shortening people's attention spans. We're doing it in a good way. 41-33. How about that rejection by Caleb Martin, who tried to meet his offensive threat at the rim? That was Kaishan George. Again, he tried to posterize him, and Caleb Martin was like, "You're not going to do that in my house, man." 41 points for Philadelphia, 33 points for the Washington Wizards. There's a little shot that's up and good by Jared Butler. He had a step beat on Caleb Martin. Caleb just could not get there in time. Movies that I plan to watch are Smile 2, Harold Perriello from Lost in the Main is the main star. Oh, wow. Yabusele catches, pulls up for an elbow J. It tries to wiggle in, but dances out towards that right side of the rim, and the Washington Wizards have it. Let's play defense. Lend me your ear, and I'll sing you. And I'll try not to sing. Okay. 41 points for the Sixers, 35 points for the Wizards, and Butler again on an attack to the basket. Got it with the right hand. It's like he's Moses out there. He just is getting wide open lanes. And the Sixers are like, yeah, we're not going to touch that guy. Come on, try to put bodies on him, man. Caleb Martin is gets the ball, pulls up for a jump shot, and he got it to go. Jared Butler loses the ball. Yabusele gets the steal. Here's Maxey on a fast break, and he throws it down. 45 points for the Philadelphia 76ers and 37 for Washington. Kaishan George trying to get a little bit of some wiggle room and lay it up and in with the off-balance hand, and he got it. Just too easy for him, man. 45 points for Philadelphia, 39 for Washington. It's a 6-point ball game. Sixers lead it by 2 possessions. Caleb Martin is in between the circles, takes it towards the baseline, wants to try to spin, turn, and try to hit a turnaround jumper in the midair, and it's off the mark. Hit the front of the backboard, goes out of bounds. I think I'm being a little bit too wordy. 6 minutes and 41 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. JJ is always working to build a bigger / better. First, I thought Scott said, like, literally, like, I'm looking at this. I thought that Scott said JJ's always working to build a better burger. Like, I was like, oh, gosh. I was like, what do you mean by that? 45 points for the Sixers. Kyle Kuzma will step on in for Rashawn Holmes. Okay, rebuild around K9, Yabu, and Maxey. I can rock a great Joe Cocker track. Yeah, he covers that too. From is on MGM Plus, JJ. It's 3 seasons. Okay, good to know. There's a floater by Kyle Kuzma, the former Laker, and he hits it just short of the rim. All right, Maxey wants to dance. He steps over towards the left side, fires the 3. Valanciunas says no and catches the miss. Sixers have only utilized 1 timeout. Kuzma off the screen, takes it towards the nail, now pivots, hands it off to Kispert. Kispert's double-teamed, but he had a little bit of daylight to scoop and score, and Gershon Yabusele is the one who grabs his miss. Maxey spinning, Maxey passing, Yabusele shooting, and he nails it from the top of the key. A 9-point lead for the Sixers, and they've put up 16 points in this second quarter with 5.5 minutes to go. Oubre played good defense. The ball, it was Yabusele who tried to dive for it. It went off of Oubre's hands. He was underneath the basket, Oubre, and Yabusele wanted to go chase after that over towards the out-of-bounds marker on the near sideline. I like that. JJ, take your time when you are reading. That's what it is. I'm like, my eyes are quick and my mouth is fast. Weird. Bilal Koulibaly trying to take on Caleb Martin, and that does not work out. Caleb Martin with another block. We'll get you how many blocks he has in just a little bit. Baselli trying to play defense again. Kyle Kuzma steps back, puts up a three-pointer, and he flops, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're actually going to call a whistle on Philadelphia, or are they just going to say that, no, it's just a rebound by Washington? They said that it went out of bounds. It was last touched by Kelly Oubre, I believe, and the Sixers... I don't know. Should they challenge this or not? Literally, that was a big flop there. Baselli did touch it, but did he get pushed? No, he did not. 6 seconds left to go on the shot clock. Valanciunas gets the inbound pass, hands it off to Koulibaly. One more to Kispert for a three-pointer, and we have a foul called on Eric Gordon. It's in the act of shooting as Kispert was beyond the arc, and he'll take about 5 steps over towards the line and maneuver that way. Challenge. There we go. There's my emojis. Hey, Mom, I made it on TV. I have emojis of me. It's pretty cool. 48 points for the Sixers, and now 40 points for the Wizards. Corey Kispert is at the foul line. Put up some free throws. First one is good. Second one, that's foul line right, but it goes in. 11.5 points per game this year for Corey Kispert. He's 25 years old now. Went to Gonzaga, was a first-round draft pick by the Wizards in 2021. Got to play for the Bulldogs, and they've had a lot of really great talent come out of that school. Second foul shot is up, third foul shot is good, and that's it's now a 6-point game. Sixers are up by 2 possessions. Gordon dumps it off over to Gershon Yabusele. Yabusele dribbles with the right hand. Shovel pass to Oubre. Kelly takes 3 dribbles with the right hand, 2 with the left, and now attacks the rim, but he lost the ball, and it goes out of bounds. We are family. JJ's emojis on the TV. That's right. Jonas Valanciunas trying to get some space on Gershon Yabusele, and he gets called for a travel. Valanciunas was triple teamed, and yet he walked the floor. Brian Keefe, not so happy about that call. Mentioned we were going to talk about how many blocks that Martin has. Said that I would get to that in a little bit. That was about 2 minutes ago. Yabusele with a wide open pass over to Gordon for 3. He nails it. Sixers get more breathing room and are up by 9. Good stuff. I like that shot. Eric Gordon, 3-point shooter. I know he's a veteran, but you give him wide open looks. He could still knock him down sometimes. Kuzma with a great pass to Valanciunas. In the lane, gets the ball knocked loose by Caleb Martin, and stolen by Baselli. 3-on-2 for the Sixers. Maxey for a 3-pointer on the near side. Off the mark. Valanciunas was able to catch his miss. Kyle Kuzma attacking on the other end, and also buzzing his way towards the bucket. And he gives the Washington Wizards 44 points. Kyle Kuzma tonight, 10 points. He's minus 17, though, on the court, and has just 1 rebound. We have a loose ball, or we have a foul called on the floor. Caleb Martin in this game, 3 blocks and 8 points, 1 steal. His defense has been A+. That's the second game in a row where he's had an A+ defensive first half. Now, can he keep it up for the second half is the next question. Maxey putting his defender on skates, launching a 3, and it's just a little bit short. He wanted it so badly. Cherry picking is Bilal Koulibaly. He grabs his own offensive rebound, though. I don't know how he missed it. Koulibaly tries to go back up with it, and Justin Edwards makes some contact with Carrington, and we have a foul called on Justin Edwards. Karen McKinney What's up, Karen? How you doing? Shout out to Karen for coming on. How's it going, Grace? Neil is also here. Party can start now. Neil is in the building. Let's go, Neil. 7 points. Always happy to see you, Neil. Always happy to see my man, Neil. First foul shot is off by Bilal Coulibaly. Washington Wizards this year, what's their record, JJ? They're 6-28. They've only won one road game. That's a tongue twister. So they miss a shot. Oubre on the drive over towards the basket, and he is able to float it up and put it in to the bucket. 53 points for the Sixers, 44 for the Washington Wizards. Valanciunas trying to play volleyball and tip it in himself on 3 tries, and it's off the mark. Maxey trying to get some more shot attempts up there. He's 3 for 7 from the field today, but instead he'll pass the hot potato and swing it around to Caleb Martin. He's on the near wing, was at the far wing at the 3-point line before. Now takes it over towards the top of the key. Hands it off to Maxey. Maxey thinking about firing a 3, and he does. And it's way too short, and he has to get back on defense. Oubre sticks his hand into the cookie jar. Yabusele could not steal it. There's a 3 again by Kuzma, and he bricks it from the near corner. Maxey on a drive towards the basket, and Valanciunas fouls him as Tyrese Maxey leaned right on into him, and Tyrese will earn his stripes at the charity stripe, and a timeout called by Philadelphia. Okay. All right. Guys, make sure you hit the thumbs up button. Hit the subscribe button as well. Mod Squad. There's people on here, I'm sure, that may be interested in becoming Philly freaks and gaining more memberships and increasing their freakiness. So if you could do me a solid and post that link down below, I would really appreciate it. It's $2.99 a month, guys. It is $2.99 a month. If you like the Phillies, if you love the Sixers, and if you love the Eagles, this is a really, really good deal. Because then you're going to be on here all the time. The emojis are going to be changing. You are also going to be getting more exclusive content. I've been sort of coming up with ideas on other types of things that we can do with just the members, because I think that you guys are very special and you guys are giving more to the channel, and I think that you deserve more for the $2.99. I hope that you do agree with that. We were doing some things before, but then we stopped because it wasn't, I hate to say it like this, but other things were sort of more important, you know. But now that I've found my groove again, and now that things have really, I feel like I have control over things more, we are gonna do more with just members. So yes. Karen, how you feeling, man? How you feeling about the Sixers team? Are you a Sixers fan? Are you a Wizards fan? Or are you just like, you know, I came onto this channel, I found a guy who's just streaming, and why the hell is he talking to me? Like, who is he? But no, we don't bite on here. We're very, very friendly. Thank you so much for stopping by. I do appreciate it. Spread the word, hit the thumbs up button, and subscribe to the channel. 2 minutes and 16 seconds to go. Illy's laughing. I'm telling you, I'm feeling really loose tonight. I'm so happy to see you guys. I needed this so badly. Ay, ay, ay. Oh, we got a little Franklin the dog mascot. A little kid is dressed up as Franklin the dog with the number 76 jersey. Oh, dude, that's so sick. That's so cool. And he got the crowd all pumped up. Dude, Franklin the dog, I love, obviously, oh my gosh. Don't tell me his name. Obviously, I love the rabbit, you know, but the dog, Franklin the dog, was great. Don't tell me what his name was. Oh, my gosh. Not Swoop. Swoop is for the Eagles. Oh, man. Foul shot number 1. It's good. Don't tell me. Who was it, man? Who was the Sixers' old mascot? Swoop, Gritty, Franklin. Yeah, but who was the other Sixers one? The Bunny. 54 points for the Sixers, 44 for the Wizards. 2 minutes left to go in quarter number 2. Valanciunas trying to make his way downhill, and he scores, but they're going to call another turnover. That's the second time that he traveled. Starts with an H. Hip-hop. Hip-hop. Yes, hip-hop. As soon as he gave me that one, I had a brain freeze for a little second, even though I didn't have any ice cream. Ice creams, I do get brain freezes from ice cream. That seems like it's a human thing, but some people don't get those, but they do stink. But yeah, I had a brain freeze. But not that type. Hip-hop, that is correct. Hip-hop, thank you, thank you. 54 points for the Sixers, 44 for the Wizards. Why do I keep saying it that way tonight? It's 54-44 with about less than 2 minutes to go in the second quarter for the Sixers. It's been a pretty long first half, I got to say. Oubre is unselfish and finds Yabusele for a near wing 3. Bullseye! He knocks it down! Yabusele's in the chat. Gershon with 8 points, make it now 11 on that third 3 out of 4 that he's converted on in this game. Kisper with a pick and roll. It's intercepted and swiped by Justin Edwards. Edwards trying to take it over towards the other side, and he lays it up over towards the left side of the baseline and gets it to fall as well. 15-point lead for the Sixers, and they've scored 18 points off of the turnovers by the Washington Wizards. Little dump-off pass that's intercepted by Tyrese Maxey. That's the third steal in a row. How you pass over to Gershon, and he can't get it. Oh, that was Ricky Council. There's an offensive rebound, though, by Gershon Yabusele. Maxey wide open for 3, and then out it goes. Sixers trying to get the rebound. Council wanted a loose ball foul there, and he wasn't going to get it. Sixers had a big chance there. Kispert going down the lane, and Tyrese Maxey, or Justin Edwards, tried to sacrifice his body. The whistles remained silent, and he wanted to plant a seed into the ground and just take a charge. Couldn't get the call, though. The layup is good by Washington. Maxey, what's he going to do? He steps back. He fires. Lights, camera, action for 3. No good. It's off the mark. Tyrese Maxey just 1 for 9 from 3. He has taken up a lot of threes. He's chucking up some shots, too. Council was literally about ready to explode on a dunk over to the basket, and he just lost control. He lost his cool and just could not get it in. I'm telling you, if he would have made that, that would have been all over ESPN, I'm sure. Oubre dribbles with the right hand, now takes it and spins with the left hand. Wanted the call there and didn't get one, as he could not make the bucket in between the baseline and the nail. Sixers with 18 seconds to go in the second quarter. Wizards have the ball. Sixers lead it by 13 points. Edwards playing defense, locking up Coulibaly. Edwards still locks him up. He tries to go over to the basket. Edwards' defense is good, but Coulibaly somehow, with the soft touch, got it high off the glass on a layup. 6.8 seconds left to go. Shot clock's unplugged. Maxey's double-teamed over at half court. 2 seconds to go. Maxey puts up a prayer for 3. No. It's off the back iron. Too much mustard on that one. And we go into halftime. Sixers lead it by 11 points. They put up 59 in the first half, 27 in the second quarter, and 32 in the first. They'll be back as they step aside, and we'll stay right on here. We're not going anywhere. Sixers are up by 11 points. Okay, before we get into greats, what would you say has been a unique positive in tonight's game so far? Something that is like not What do you take away as a positive in tonight's game? What's the positive that you take away tonight so far from that first half? The positive that I took away is that we are shooting a lot of threes. I'm sorry. Do we like how the three-pointer is now in the NBA? Do we think it's overrated? We can have a discussion about that, but the name of the game is threes. That's just what it is, man. It's threes, threes, and threes. I like layups. I love mid-range jumpers. Mid-range jumpers are now becoming sort of like a lost art. The mid-range jumper, okay, this is a hot take right here. What bunting is in baseball has now become the mid-range jumper in the NBA. You should take more mid-range shots. You should play more small ball, and you should bunt sometimes. You just should, you know? You try a different tactic. Everybody in baseball is going for the long ball. Everybody in basketball is going for the three. And it's because of the analytics. But yeah, that's my thought. I'm happy that we're shooting a lot of threes, even though we're not making a lot. Maxey needs to shoot 9 threes for him in the first half. Just take your shots, man. Do they have to go in? Yes, they do. But Oubre's stepping up. Abusele has done a good job. It's been very adequate so far. Look at all this vocabulary I'm using right now. It's great. Yeah, man. They're winning. I could tell you more if I was watching it. Well, just from what you're hearing. Just from what you're listening to. Sometimes, like, I'm listening to a game, and I'm thinking to myself, well, I'll watch the game afterwards or whatever sometimes. This is really who I am sometimes. I am a wild person. I'll listen to a game on the radio, and I will picture everything that's going on in my head, and I'll say, man, like, you know, Jalen Hurts had a very, I'm just making up an example. Jalen Hurts was dominant today. It really seemed like he was dominant. Merrill had some very big calls, like where, you know, Jalen made like a 48-yard pass or whatever it is, and he put the ball in the right spots in the right moments. And that might be like my biggest takeaway. But then, like, when I watch it on TV and I watch the game, I might think to myself, oh, like, Jason Kelce had a really, really good game on the O-line and really gave Jalen a lot of blocks up front. You know, so it's just, I think that that's what makes the medium so strong, is that sometimes you get a different perspective even just from the audio. You know, like when you're just listening to the audio, you get a different feel. And then, like, when you watch the game, you're like, oh, wow, like, that looked really cool, but but this happened too? Or even just vice versa. I think I tuned into a football game this year, and I was, like, watching the game, and I was really, you know, it was an exciting game. I think it was Rams and Seahawks, I want to say. I forget which one it was. But I was watching a game, and then I listened to it on the radio, and I listened back to, like, the final call. And it was like, dude, like, that was really awesome. You know? Build around Yabu. Example for you, JJ. My Lakers have LeBron and AD. However, they average over 33s a night. It's the game, man. Whether you like it or not, it's here. Just like analytics in baseball. It's the same exact thing. We win in the Super Bowl, says Jeff Namos. Jeff, what's up, Jeff? My boy, Jeff. Yes, sir. Jeff, what is up, my friend? What's up, buddy? How you doing? Thank you so much for stopping by. Let's give Jeff a round of applause. Let's give everybody here a little round of applause. We'll do a golf clap. I like that very much. Eagles are too well-rounded, though. Yes, they are. Letter grades on the first half. Let's start in order, okay? Drum roll, please, for the very first one that we have. All right, so the first person that we are going to do is Tyrese Maxey. How would you assess his performance? I'm going with a D. I'm going with a D. Do I like how he's been playing D on the in this game? Yes. I need him to make the shots. Do I like that he's taking these shots more and that he's not being afraid to shoot? Yes. But man, dude, you gotta hit. You gotta hit your threes, my guy. Gotta hit your threes. So I'm going with a D- on Tyrese Maxey. And what say you? What is your grade for Tyrese Maxey's performance in that first half tonight? Mine's a D-. And it's because he's not making the shots, and I think that he should be doing that. It's the name of the game. Jane's going to be nicer and say C. Neil's going to say B. Ooh. Wow. Tyrese Maxey's on Neil's good side today. That's good. That's good. He's never on his bad side. I don't think he's ever. Maybe he was on your bad side once. I don't know. But I love Tyrese Maxey as a player. Let's talk about Kelly Oubre. What letter grade are we going to give him? My letter grade for Kelly Oubre Jr. is a B. Sorry about that. Thought it would play better. A B. A B is my grade for Kelly Oubre. Good day, Jeff. Yes. I'm going with a B for Oubre. And then last player that we'll grade is... we're going to do a couple more. We'll do Caleb Martin. I think Caleb Martin off of the bench has been... Oh, he started today, but I think Caleb Martin has sort of been that X factor today. I really do. I'm going to go with my letter grade for Caleb Martin is going to go with a B+. I'm going to say B+ because his defense has been an A+ out there, but he hasn't taken any threes. He's 4 for 5 out there. Has he been aggressive when he's had to be? Yes, he has. But I would really, really like him to try to just take more catch and shoot threes. If Maxey's getting all the attention, somebody else from beyond the arc is going to have to step up. That's the name of the game. So you're going with a B for Kelly and for Caleb, Scott. Neil's going with a B. Unsung hero Martin with injuries to Joel and George. Oh, yes, absolutely. Caleb Martin has been balling all of a sudden. He's been playing a lot better ever since they played the San Antonio Spurs. It's been really interesting. And then let's give flowers to somebody else on the Sixers team. And the flowers, can't believe I'm saying this. Or I'm about to say this. All right, I'll give you 5 seconds. Who am I going to give the flowers to? Who am I going to give the flowers to with the next name that comes out of my mouth? Which name is coming out of my mouth for the Philadelphia 76ers? We already talked about Martin, talked about Maxey, talked about Oubre. Who's next on that list? Who am I giving my flowers to? Yabu. That's partly correct. Yabu gets some. But my guy, Eric Gordon, with the threes that he's made today, in 16 minutes, he is a plus 12 out there. He has 11 points in this game. My man, Eric Gordon, is 3 for 4 from 3 and 35 years old or not. 36, actually. He'll be 37 in December of this year, so he just turned 36. He's getting my flowers today, man. Eric Gordon, man. 11 points. That is a lot for Eric Gordon. This is probably, I hope I don't jinx this, but we may not see any points for the rest of the year for Eric Gordon. Because guess what? He didn't have any points in Phoenix or against Phoenix. He had no points against the Brooklyn Nets. So, and then he only had 3 points against Golden State. So, in his last 3 games and his last 29 minutes, he's only provided 3 points. So, there you have it. This, I mean, geez, man. He's only had he's had 4 double-digit figure games this year. 4 games where he scored in double digits. So, Eric Gordon deserves some flowers today because guess what? He's making shots, and that's the game right there. If Maxey's making those shots, then we give Tyrese Maxey a higher grade, and we say Eric Gordon is being Eric Gordon. He's old, he's slow, can't keep up, he's flat-footed. We say all those things. It's the name of the game. Let the man play, nurse. Wow. Oh, wow, boredom. Can still shoot it. Well, if you've been watching the Sixers all year, he has been a liability, to say the very, very least. But not in this game. I guess you can get away with it against the Washington Wizards. So, should I really give him the flowers there? I will. I will give him kudos because I've been tough on him. But everybody has been. And that's what comes with it. JJ, you're being too nice. I can be too nice sometimes, but you know what? Watch. Just kidding. Just kidding. But I am. I do tend to believe that. I've been told on this platform, JJ, you give too many flowers. You give too much credit on here. And you know what? Sometimes the thing that I love about Philly is that when you criticize somebody for not playing to their full potential, right? We give you love when you do something that's really, really great. Reese Hoskins got so much hate here for the Phillies. He didn't really get hate, but he wasn't beloved until the bat spike. He wasn't beloved until the bat spike. We liked Corey Brewer as a Philadelphia 76er. Why did we like him? Because he hustled, because he died for loose balls, and because he ran out of bounds. You know why we liked Kyle Lowry last year? Because my man literally dove over the scores table and bounced right into the Sixers PA announcer, Matthew Cord. And that's what he sacrificed, for the Sixers. And I like Kyle Lowry. I do. But his play this year has been a little bit different. But those are the guys that we like. JJ giving flowers away like Oprah with cars. You get a car. You get a car. No. How about this? You get a car. You get a car. And you get a car. Or the Pinocchio commercial from Geico where he's like, I look around this room and I see nothing but potential. And he's like in the business conference room. He's like, you have potential. You have potential. And like his nose sticks out because he's telling lies. It's really funny. Old classic Geico commercials. It's great. Sorry I'm late. What's going on with Maxey, says J-Rep. First of all, you can never be late on play-by-play with JJ. That is a crime. So, mods, I'm just kidding. We all love you, man. We're just joking. I'm just joking with you. Welcome aboard, J-Rep. What's up, J-Rep? What's going on with Maxey? Maxey has Maxinitis. I don't know. He's maxed out. He's 1 for 9 from 3. 1 for 10 from 3, actually. And just has not played well at all. Maxey thought about taking his 11th of the ball game as he gets a little catch-and-shoot opportunity. He decided not to fire the trigger, though. 5 seconds left on the shot clock. A little tip over to Gershon Yabusele with the shot clock winding down, and a prayer goes up, and it hits off the back iron. 59 points for Philadelphia, 48 for the Washington Wizards. As we begin quarter number 3, the first possession by Washington. What will the result be? Valanciunas double team. They swing it around the timeline. Koulibaly at the three-point line at the top of the key. One more pass for a triple by Carrington, and Carrington cannot hit the rim. Or he actually hit the back of the rim, but it went out of bounds anyways. Like, subscribe, and hit the bell icons, and that way you'll know when we go live for Sixers, Phillies, and Eagles football. And we also do play-by-play for other games on here as well. Please spread that word, man. Going places on this channel. We have a little scoop and a score for the Washington Wizards, and it's now a 9-point ball game. It was Carrington that was able to get the bucket to fall. And that's the first bucket by Washington in this second half. 9-point lead for the Sixers. Oubre dribbles with the left hand, crosses over, now dribbles with the right hand, takes it towards the elbow, zigzags through the lane, goes up with a little floater, and it's blocked by Valanciunas. And it's still going to be Sixers ball as it heads out of bounds towards the Sixers baseline. Yabusele, Maxey, Oubre, Edwards, and Council all out there for Philadelphia. Meanwhile, for the Wizards, it's Kuzma, Carrington, Holmes, Kispert, and Butler. Jared Butler, that is. Caleb Martin with a little shovel pass downhill to Gershon Yabusele. And Yabusele with a little baby hook. It's good. Yes. Sixers up by 11 points. Dump off pass to Carrington. And he'll give it back over to his teammate, and that is going to be Kispert. Kispert's able to lay it up and lay it on in. So he makes it now an 8-point game. Actually, yeah, you hit a 3-pointer. Sorry about that. 8-point lead for the Sixers. Maxey dribbling with the right hand goes down to the wire, or down to the lane. And he can't scoop and score. Kuzma lost the ball, though. Good defense by Gordon, who actually picked his pocket. It was Kuzma who was not even looking. Maxey with a give-and-go pass over to Yabusele on a catch-and-shoot three-pointer. Jackpot! 11-point lead for the Sixers, and Gershon Yabusele, 4 for 5 from 3. He's hit almost half of the threes by the Sixers. If you find that hard to believe. It's been him and Eric Gordon who have scored a combined 7 threes, 7 of the 9 by the Sixers. And we have another whistle. We have another stoppage in play. ESPN's froze. Great. That's good. Sometimes the shots fail to fall. However, you can always play defense, rebound, and hustle. That is what gets me mad at the Lakers. I agree with that. 16 points for Yabusele, 11 points for Oubre, and also for Maxey as well. So dump off pass to Valanciunas, who tries to get some breathing room over Gershon Yabusele, and he does have his way. Jonas Valanciunas, a guy who has been around the block for a while. Valanciunas with 4 points in this game so far, also has 10 boards. I mean, just an incredible backup center now. Used to be a starter and is averaging 7.9 rebounds per game, 12 points per game as well. He had an 18-point performance in his last outing, and that was against the Houston Rockets on the 7th, which was yesterday. Wizards playing in their second game of a back-to-back. The and one by Valanciunas. Line drive in. Sixers lead it by 10. Gordon catch and shoots for another three-pointer. And it's too strong. Way too strong. It's one of those flaming bags again. Don't put it out with your boots, Dad. Don't tell me my business, devil woman. Call the fire department. Yes. Yes, sir. 64 points for the Sixers, and now 56 for the Washington Wizards as the Sixers capitalize on another turnover by Jonas Valanciunas. 14 turnovers by the Wizards. That's been the name of the game for them tonight. 21 points off the turnovers by Philadelphia, off the 14 turnovers by Washington. dump-off passes, and the Sixers finally get Maxey involved in the offense. Maxey takes it towards the right side of the baseline. He'll finish underneath the glass as he does a reverse layup, and he fooled the defense. He was a magician out there. He sort of did a little snake eyes where everybody thought that he was going to shoot it right before he got to the rim, and he just sped up a little bit more and didn't even look in the other direction and did a little reverse layup, and he fooled everybody out there. Love that, man. 66-56, and the Sixers got to play defense again. 8 minutes and 2 seconds to go in this third quarter. Yabu kicks it out to Maxey. Maxey needs help. He'll get a screen by Yabusele, and he'll swing it back outside to Gershon, who runs downhill with that esteem, puts up a little prayer, and it's just no good. It hit off the glass. Did not hit the rim, though. Kuzma on the drive to the basket. Too easy, man. He was speeding downhill. He was Speedy Gonzalez out there, and Caleb Martin couldn't even just stop him or slow him down or provide any sort of resistance. Maxey with the left hand over on the left side of the wing. He's looking for help. He was thought about shooting it. Hands it off to Martin for a catch-and-shoot three-pointer. And Valanciunas grabs his 13th rebound. Able to snag that one over at the Sixers logo. That's how far the rebound went. Kuzma will dump it off to Valanciunas. Good block on the alley-oop pass by Martin. Instead, though, it goes into the hands of Valanciunas. And Valanciunas was on the block and did a little baby hook on the right side of the lane and got it to fall. 6-point lead for the Sixers. Timeout called by Nick Nurse. They burned their third timeout of the game. We've been so bad, I figured we would lose to them too, Jane. Rejections. Yes, sir, Illy. Let's try to see those rejection emojis a little bit more. Try to see those. That would be awesome. Like, subscribe, and let's try to get that algorithm on our side, man. Algo gang, do your thing. Do you guys realize that we are 5 games under 500 at home? You may say, JJ, I'm not really surprised about that. We are 5-10 at home. That is horrible. Oh, that's so horrible. Now, when we won more games, we were on our West Coast road trip. But still, that does not look good. We lost to the Suns. We actually did beat the Spurs. But then we won against the Hornets at home. Who else did we play? We played the Pacers at home. We lost 121-107. Do I really have to go down the list? Nah. We've had a wild season to begin with. Why revisit some old memories that are bad memories? Why not bring back the bad memories, JJ? That sounds very smart. Good day, Houston to Dave. Houston to Dave is always like, yo, I got to take a seat in JJ's house. I got to take a seat in JJ's house. And here he is. Matumbo says, hold up 1 second. Dikembe Matumbo. No, not today. Dude, when Johan Rojas does it, again, I know I say it a lot, or probably more than I should, but say what you want about the man, but there is nothing that gets me more fired up. Hold up, let me put the screen up. There is nothing that gets me more fired up than when Johan Rojas makes a diving catch and he does the finger wag after diving and making an incredible catch. That's really cool. That's sick. It's really cool. I like that. Was that the Kermit the Frog? Good impression. Yeah. I like that. Great commercials, JJ. Commercials. The commercials, oh yeah. That was another Geico commercial, wasn't it? It was another Geico one. Maxey dribbles with the right hand and hands it off to Martin. Oubre on the receiving end for the Sixers. More to Yabusele for a catch-and-shoot three on the far wing, and he got it. Well, Doesn't matter if he's over towards the near C or towards the far seed. Got it. Nice. Sixers lead it by 9 points. Valanciunas looking for some help. Dumps it off. It goes over to Maxey. Maxey with the speed of light. Lays it up and lays it in. He got past Bilal Coulibaly with ease. And he said, I'm going to go into the end zone and I'm going to get my team a touchdown. 71 points for the Philadelphia 76ers and 60 for the Wizards. Not a lot of whistles in this half so far. Hopefully I did not jinx that. There is a whistle right there. Speaking of whistles, it's going to be called on the Sixers. Great job, JJ. Just knowing when things are going to happen at the right time. Calling it into existence. It's just how it goes on here. Valanciunas wide open for a three-pointer. That thing went down the drain with ease. That was an anvil. That was like it looked a little bit slow as far as the release goes, but it was like pew. That went in. 8-point lead for the Sixers. Oubre trying to respond with a three on the other side. No, Yabusele gets the offensive rebound. Finds Oubre cut into the basket. Look out below for K9. Oh, man. Kelly Oubre able to explode in midair and just go down with a lot of power and force. Oh, man. Let's see those K9s in the chat again. Here's Kuzma on a drive towards the basket. Great ball movement by the Washington Wizards. They've had a lot of turnovers, and they sort of use one of those Nick Nurse specialties against the Philadelphia 76ers. Yes, 73 points for Philadelphia, 65 for the Wizards. Maxey for three. He's 1 for 12. And Yabusele tips it back out over to Oubre, and we reset the clock here. Maxey on the drive towards the basket. Lays it up and lays it in. Again, knifing his way through the teeth of the defense by the Wizards. Oubre rejecting the shot on the other side. It goes out of bounds. Everybody's in sync tonight for the Sixers, and they're looking to try to hold that momentum as they lead it, and they are up by 10 points. It better be W, yes sir. Man, I hope you're all right, man. Oh, prayers out to you, man. Prayers out to you, my guy. 10-point lead for the Sixers. Oh, yeah. That sounds like a lot of fun. There's a three-pointer that's way off the mark by Washington. No Embiid tonight, no George. And the Washington Wizards, so the Sixers are playing for the first time this year. Wizards have just one win on the road. Maxey steps back, pulls up for a three-pointer. And finally, Tyrese Maxey knocks down his second three. He's 2 for 13 from three, which is one of the poorest shooting clinics that he's had in his career. But hopefully he can come through just like that three. And there's a timeout called by Washington as they want to regather themselves and go back to the huddle. Brian Matus? What happened to Brian Matus? Oh, don't tell me. I heard that Hurts practiced today. Yes, he did. Yes. Yeah, prayers in the chat for BW, dude. Seriously. That's no fun, man. That's awful. Ugh. Yeah, the Matus news, CA fires, and... Did he pass? Did Brian Matus die? I've always liked Brian Matus. Second baseman. Yeah. He was 37. Ay. Damn, that's devastating. Crazy. That's wild. All right. Yeah. What else do we got? What else do we got on here? Guys, if you are coming in for the very first time, make sure you guys hit the thumbs up button. Subscribe to the channel. and hit those bell icons too. We have a vertical stream going on. Why do we have a vertical stream going on, JJ? Because guess what? Some people like to tune in, and they just like to tune in and watch the game, and they like the phone quality better. You know, they like holding the phone like this. Well, you can't see it. It's like this rather than this. So they like to hold it portrait rather than landscape. So we try to accommodate those people. And maybe that can get us more and more people to join the Freak Nation. I want more freaks on here. Do you want more freaks on here? I do. That's why you got to spread the word, and that's why you got to be a good freak. You got to freak out. You have to make sure that you tell everybody to come on over to Play-by-Play with JJ. And also, by the way, if you are an Orioles fan, okay, if you like tuning in to Baltimore Orioles baseball, I know a guy who does Baltimore Orioles baseball, and he does actually traditional play-by-play on here, which is not so common, right? It's not really common that we have like traditional play-by-play announcers on here, and that is my man, BW, man. We're saying prayers for you tonight, but BW, you know, let's give you a round of applause. I really mean that. That was very poor from the stream deck. I apologize. We'll give you a bell. It's better. 78 points for the Sixers and 65 for the Washington Wizards. Yes, sir. Up to Michael. Yes, sir. Yes. 78 points for the Sixers, 65 for the Wizards. Here's Maxey on another three-pointer, and Tyrese Maxey cooking. They're going to call it a 2. 80 points to 65. Sixers lead it by 15. Good stuff by Philadelphia. All right, so here's Valanciunas spinning and doing a pirouette down the lane. Goes up against Yabusele, and he has the mismatch, and he has the advantage, the size and the height. And it works out in his favor. 13-point lead is now cut to the Sixers lead. It was a 15-point lead. Now it's cut to 13 is really what I meant to say. Maxey gets trapped. He's double-teamed. Hands it off to Gershon Yabusele. Again, it's Edwards who's going back door. Oubre got the little shovel pass, and Oubre is down on the ground. But he is being helped up by the ref and Justin Edwards. So what ended up happening on that sequence? Poor ball movement and a lot of sloppy screens. Looked like they tried to use a floppy there too. Kispert's at the top of the perimeter and dumps it off to his teammate Coulibaly. Now it's Jared Butler who wants to try to take Kelly Oubre to school. He'll back up towards the logo. He's in between the circles now. Dribbles with the right hand. Oubre's still on him. He plays good defense, but, however, at the very last second, there is a foul called on Kelly. Man, he did as good of a job as you possibly could ask for. He just made a little bit, some marginal contact on that shooting hand. That's why there's a foul called. It was they're going to call the foul, though, on the floor. They said that he did not take the shot while he got the foul. Adem Bona is going to come on in for the Sixers. 2 minutes and 50 seconds to go in the third quarter. Kispert dribbles with the right hand, swings it outside to Coulibaly. Wide open 3, and it was just good as gold. Man, Bilal Coulibaly knocking down his first tray of the game. Maxey, teardrop, inside, off the mark. Bona with a rebound over to Edwards. Edwards back to Maxey. Maxey to Edwards again. They play a game of catch. It's Maxey and Edwards playing his teammates. Maxey dances, fires the trigger again. Bona offensive rebound. This is what happens when you have a rim protector out there. Council gets it at the top of the key. Maxey left wide open for 3. Got it! Bingo! 13-point lead for the Sixers, and the unsung hero on that play was Ricky Council and Adem Bona for keeping those possessions alive. That's great. I wish I had that call not on that screen, but whatever. 13-point lead for Philadelphia. Yabusele being unselfish and just gives it up at the Council, who tries to go coast to coast and look down below. Ricky Council the fourth, showing that he has balls of steel. Council took it on a drive over towards the basket. He said, I didn't get the dunk that I wanted to earlier in the first half, but let me try to go at it a little bit harder and shake and bake the rim. Nice. All right, and we have a timeout called. It's a 15-point lead for Philadelphia with 96 seconds to go in quarter number 3. Are we still live, by the way? Please tell me that we're still live. Everything looks great, JJ. Yes. Why are the chats not coming up as much? Now they're starting to come up. Now I'm seeing the chats. Okay, there we go. Nice. Ever been to a 76ers game or what, JJ? Oh, yes. I was at Embiid's. I always say this. I say this a lot. Yeah, I was at Embiid's 70-point game last year. $20. $20 for 70 points. Best $20 I've ever spent. I had somebody else stream the game on my channel because I was at the game last night, or at the game that night, and that was fun. It was a lot of fun. Good work, JJ. You were still on. Great. Good. We are alive, and we are live. Council, man, tearing down the WFC. $20, man. $20 to go see that game. It was a Monday night against Wemby. That was fun. That was one of the best sporting events. And I liked the World Series was my favorite too. Going back in 08 with Dad. That was fun. Offensive rebound. Kispert catches, hesitates, puts up a three-pointer off the little pump fake. And Edwards is there at the right time for Philadelphia. He was stationary, but then just got the ball into the pocket. Edwards on the drive to the basket. Scoops and gets blocked. Kispert on the other end gets the outlet pass. And Kispert makes it with the underhanded finish with the left hand. 50 seconds left to go in quarter number 3. Sean Holmes comes back on in for Washington. Oubre to Council, wide open three-pointer. In and out it goes. Holmes there doesn't even have to jump. 38 seconds left to be played in the third quarter. 18 on the shot clock. George, Holmes, Kispert, Champagnie, and Butler all out there for the Wizards. So where does that sound? That's crazy. And there's a little floater that's good by Jared Butler. He has 18 points. He's been pretty quiet in this second half, but very good play overall from him. 12 seconds to go for the Sixers. Maxey has it at the logo, and there is a whistle called with 9.5 seconds left remaining on the game clock, and they're going to unplug the shot clock because a foul is called on Richaun Holmes. Now, that's his third personal foul if that does stand. And the Sixers will get a chance to inbound it again. So the Wizards did have a foul to give, in case you were wondering. Bona gets the inbound pass, dumps it off over to Maxey. 5 seconds to go. Maxey's at the logo. He steps back. He finds Council for a three-pointer. Yes! Ricky Council, the fourth fired one from the pond. And even though it wasn't a buzzer beater, he made it with 0.3 of a second to go. And that's going to do it in the third quarter. Ricky Council, the fourth, providing an exclamation point to end quarter number 3. Nice. Alright, we're not even going to play around with this tonight. I ain't even going to do it, bro. You know what I will do? I am going to X out of this because for some reason this is so slow tonight. I'm going to X out of this. I'm going to X out of this. No, I'm not. We'll put this over here. And we'll just have our thingy up here. Sorry about that. For some, I gotta get this checked out. I think I gotta get it updated, and I gotta talk to Jiva Newts about this stuff. RC4, man, it's good. Trivia time is 8:52 p.m. Eastern time when they ask you a 76ers trivia question. If you get it wrong, you'll hear this. Just kidding. If you get it wrong, you'll hear this. And if you get it right, you'll hear this. Well, so what is the trivia question tonight, JJ? I want you to name me a Philadelphia 76ers player who scored. No. I want you to name me a Philadelphia 76ers player who had a J in their name. How many can you name? How many can you name? J in the first name or the last name? It has to start off with a J. So let's think. I'm sure that you guys know this. But yeah. How many people do you know have their first names or their last names starting off with a J? Dr. J, that's one. Julius Erving is one. See how many you can guess. Johnny Dawkins. That is correct, too. 88 points for the Sixers, 74 for Washington. Yeah, Dollins. That is correct. Little drive over to the basket. It's blocked by a Dembona. Not George. That is Kaishan George, who got rejected. Joel Embiid. That is correct as well. JJ Redick. Yes. That's 4. Can we do another 10 in 30 seconds? Oh, actually, yeah, I probably should have started this after the timeout or something. All right, there's a little layup that's no good by Washington. And we do have a foul called. Jeff Hornacek, James Harden, Jimmy Butler. Who else? Who else, man? One's not playing for us right now. I'll tell you that. Jared McCain. That is correct. That is a good one. Any more that you can think of? Jared McCain is right. There's Council with a little pass to Jeff Doughton Jr. Jackson at the top of the key for a triple. Yes. Oh, he got it. And the Sixers have a 15-point lead as they continue to rock and roll in quarter number 4. Like, subscribe, hit the bell icons, and turn on those bells. Michael Jordan. Incorrect. 10:45 to go in the fourth quarter. Floater by Kispert, and he kisses it off the window. Corey Kispert doing an excellent job in the scoring department for the Washington Wizards with 15 points. 10.5 minutes left to be played in this game. In regulation, we should say. Sixers couldn't get a bucket on the other side. Kispert is blitzed and hands it off to Kaishan George, but Kispert gets it back. Three-pointer is just a little bit off. Close but no cigar. And the ball does go out of bounds. It's last touch by Philadelphia. Who else? We said J.J. Redick. Michael Jackson. Did he play basketball? Is there a Michael Jackson that actually played basketball? Jackson for another 3. Yes, that's Reg. Oh, sorry. No, that was a replay that they just showed. They cut to the replay. What are they doing? And then it was Washington who got the bucket. Man, they fooled me. J.J. Anderson. How about Reggie Jackson? How about James Anderson? I knew you meant to say James Anderson. That's correct. Jackson on the far corner. 3-point shot. Doink. No good. Justin Anderson. Yes. Are you just going in order? like with alphabetical order. I see what you're doing. Just kidding. Jackson gets the rebound for the Sixers again. How about TJ McConnell, even though it doesn't start off with a J? You're just going in order, you cheater. Jackson, another three-pointer. No, Adembona couldn't get the rebound and could not catch it. Sixers lead it by 11 points. 9 minutes left to be played in this fourth quarter. Did Philly draft J.J. Redick? No. J.J. Redick was drafted by the Magic. Doughton at the top of the key. Takes it with the left hand. Tries to scoop it underneath the basket. And he's fouled. Pretty sure. Oh my gosh. Jonah Bolden. I forgot about that, man. I did. I forgot about that, man, bro. All right. Forgot about Jonah Bolden. He played for Israel, didn't he? Didn't he play for Israel? Can somebody fact check that? Jane, did he play for Israel? Jonah Bolden. Wow. What a name. JC. Yeah. Jeff Doughton Jr.'s another one. Could have said that. Could have said Jeff Doughton. First foul shot's off the mark. UCLA then overseas, then back here. Yeah, didn't he play for Israel, though, overseas? I don't know why. Go Virginia Cavaliers, Justin Anderson. Yes. He was a Cavalier. Second shot is up and in. Kyle Lowry, Tyrese Maxey, and Paul George all sharing some laughs. It's a good sign for the Sixers. 9 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter. What are they going to do here? Wizards get a catch-and-shoot opportunity, and they cash in. It's Jared Butler who knocks it down from 26 feet. And it's now a 9-point game. Sixers have got to be careful. Don't want to let them back into this thing. Doughton's at the nail. Hands it off to Oubre, who fires a tray. And the Sixers get an offensive rebound. It was picked up by Doughton. The ball was bowled over to him. Doughton, again, dribbles against Champagnie. Floater is up, and he gets the friendly bounce to go. Jeff Doughton Jr. getting his first 2 today. So for 2 from the field before that shot. George, Holmes, Kispert, Champagnie, and Butler out there for the Wizards. And with the basketball now is going to be Champagnie. And there's a floater that is no good by Jared Butler. Butler wanted to try to get the soft touch. Oubre trying to get physical downhill. He's double teamed, got the ball knocked loose, and it tugged by Keyshawn George, who got the steal. Here's a 3. Bang by Jared Butler. And now it's an 8-point ball game with 7:15 to go. Jared Butler today, 26 points, 11 for 18 from the field, and 3 for 3 from downtown. He was quiet in the first half, and he was quiet after the first half in that third quarter, and all of a sudden he has gotten so loud that the Sixers crowd has been silenced in a vacuum. So we have a timeout call about the Sixers. They do lead it by 8 points. Okay, we gotta win this game. Okay, like there is no excuse why we don't win this game tonight. If you want to hear a rage by JJ, then you know what, you better hope that they lose. I don't want to rage. I really don't. I don't want to rage. Jonah Bolden is an Aussie, born in Melbourne, played for the New Zealand Breakers. I did not know that. Bolden went, oh, wait, hold up. Yeah, and the 2018 Israeli League Championship. I told you he played with Israel. I was not wrong about that. Okay, I was not wrong about that. Get those shooters out there. Get the shooters shooting, man. Hey, JJ, Josh Richardson. All right, go. Okay, so we're going to name Sixers players that had a first name that started with a G. That started with a G, and the last name also started with a G. All right, let's see how many we can do before we come back from the break. On your marks, get set, Go. Okay. G. First name or last name starts with a G. Come on. Who's on their toes? Who wants to break this record? I wants to get 5 at the very least. George Niang. That's 1. George Niang is 1. George Lynch. That is another one. George Lynch. Yes. Who else? Paul George. That is correct. That's 3. That is 3. Come on, man. Come on. Let's try to get 2 more. Gerald Henderson. That's a very good one. I miss Gerald Henderson. He was a very nice player for us. Who else? Gordon Gerchek. I don't know who Gordon Gerchek is. I don't know who he is. Does that count? Does Gordon Gerchek count? Mike Gminski. Gordon Gerchek. Does that count? Yeah, he was a Croatian player. Yeah. Gordon Gerchek. He played for the Jazz and the Suns. He didn't play for the Sixers, so that is incorrect. Gowan Giverson. Yes. Mike Gminski. I believe that is correct, too. Mike Gminski. So we got 6. Congratulations. We beat our record. Let's go. Just thought I would have a little bit of fun with y'all. Keep you on your toes. Mike Gminski. Yes. Mike Gminski. Played for Duke, right? Yeah, he played for the Sixers, too. He did. He was on the Sixers. All right, Gershon. You could have said Gershon. I would have accepted that. Glenn Rivers. He didn't. Did Doc actually play for the Sixers? No, he didn't. But I guess I could have said personnel. I could have said that. Gershon is correct, though. Greg Graham. Yes. Drew Gordon's another one. 96-86, and Tyrese Maxey's going over towards the line. 24 points for Maxey. He's 10 for 24 from the field. Has been not so sharp from 3. The foul shot. He bricks it and hits it off the back iron. Well, we need you to come through, Tyrese. So Maxey makes a 2. It's a 10-point game. It was an and 1 opportunity. Koulibaly, here's Kispert for a 3-pointer. It's just good, man. He's making it rain. 96-89. It's a 7-point ball game. And the Sixers, the lead is diminishing, and there's still plenty of time left to go. Maxey dumps it off to Yabusele. And Maxey will get it back. Council's on the near corner. He doesn't have the ball, but the Sixers have some good ball movement over to Eric Gordon. 4 seconds left on the shot clock. Ersan Yabusele has to get going. Yabusele trying to take it over towards the cup. It did hit the rim. Sixers trying to fight for the rebound, and they're going to say, I believe, that it will be Washington basketball. They say it was last touched by Ricky Council. The ball was going over towards that near sideline, and taking a dive for it was Kispert, or Carrington it was. And I thought that maybe he touched it last. I really did. But it was hard to tell from the angle that they just showed us. And a turnover by Philadelphia. Come on, lock up and play defense. Play some defense. Koulibaly again zigzagging over towards the lane. I think he traveled, and he puts up an elbow jumper, and swish goes the basketball. It's a 5-point game with less than 6 minutes to go. It's getting pretty unsettling, I'd say. Oubre's 3. Nothing can go in for the Sixers. They have not scored any points in the last 3 minutes. It's pretty insane. Actually, sorry, they haven't scored any in the last 2 minutes. 5.5 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Kispert on the drive. He finishes, and he gets it. And now it's a 1-possession lead for the Sixers. The Washington Wizards are on a 19-8 run. And a timeout called by Philadelphia. What a joke. You just cannot make this up. You can't make this up. Maxey has 24 points. Gershon has 19 points. Oubre has 13 points. And Eric Gordon has 11. Kuzma has 14. Kispert has 20. And Jared Butler is 26. Do you know why they're winning this game? It's because 2 of their guys Or sorry, you know why they're only down by 3 now? Because 2 of their guys on their bench literally have 20 or more points. Our bench combined is 19. Corey Kispert has 20 off their bench, and our guys combined off the bench have 19 points. Way to go. Way to go. Like, subscribe, and hit the bell icons, folks. We got a ball game. We got a ball game in Philadelphia. We got ourselves a dogfight. We do. It is a dogfight. And the Sixers need to be better, man. Unbelievable. Can someone tell me if I thought you were gonna rant or something. JJ, will you be on Discord tonight? No, not tonight. I got other stuff to do. I know I said that I would do it for the Eagles. I'll try to do it tomorrow. I got a lot going on. But yeah, put on the seatbelt, man. Let's go 76ers. Don't lose this, please. Oh, lose it. I dare you. And you won't hear the last from me. I might wake up the neighbors. That's okay. It's 9:08 p.m. Eastern Time. Fourth quarter, Eric Gordon might be the worst basketball player alive, says DJ. We only have 1 subscriber from this. Come on, man. I know we can do better. I want us to get more. I really want us to get more. We've been streaming for, 2 hours now? It's been 2 hours. We have 30 concurrent viewers on our regular streaming on the vertical. How many people are tuning in on the vertical? Let's go check that out. Let's check that out, man. See how many people are tuning in on the vertical. There's 9 people. Nice. It's a good crowd, man. It's a good crowd. Sixers only lead it by 3. And they were up by a lot of points. Maxey will inbound it for Philadelphia. Yabusele gets the reception for Philadelphia. Eric Gordon now gets the dribble handoff, and he's looking to bounce pass it over to Tyrese Maxey, who's trapped over at the logo. The blitz is coming. He has to throw it to Yabusele. 2 seconds left on the shot clock. Yabusele, what's he doing? He has to get it off. Gordon puts up a 3-pointer. He got it, but it was not in time. Eric Gordon got it in between the circles. Yabusele just was not even looking to shoot it. And at that time, you got to notice there's 3 seconds left. You got to turn around. You got to do something. And the Wizards could tie it with a 3 or make it a 1-point game. A 17-5 run by Washington over the last 5:45 and make it now 19-5 as it's now a 1-point game with 4:50 left remaining. Sixers need a bucket. They are just trying to tread water. It's a 9-0 run by Washington. Maxey got called for a travel, and he is complaining. He is so upset. He moved his pivot foot. Nick Nurse is throwing his hands up in the air, and I think that the Sixers are going to challenge this. Nick Nurse says he gives the challenge signal. Let's see. Did he move? Hard to tell because his foot was dragging there. 96 points for the Sixers. They will not challenge it. They are not going to challenge it. And the Sixers have got to play defense. Kispert wide open 3-pointer. And the Wizards have the lead. The Wizards have the lead. That was Maxey's man. 4 minutes and 22 seconds to go. And an absolute blunder. It's the first lead since a 5-4. Since they were up 5-4 in the first quarter. What a sight this is. So it's 98-96, I should say. Here's Martin. Oh, the little bounce pass over to Oubre. And Oubre finally ends the madness and stops the bleeding. So Martin gets the apple and Oubre gets the slam. 24 points for Maxey, 15 by Oubre. 4 minutes left to go. Koulibaly has it, and he's fouled by Kelly Oubre. That is actually the first foul. If there's any good news that has come in this quarter, that is the first foul that the Sixers have committed. Now, you don't want to get into that habit, obviously. 24 points for the Wizards, and the Sixers just have 10. Just have 10. Koulibaly gets the inbound pass. 8 seconds left on the shot clock. Martin's guarding him. A little Bounce off pass over to Carrington. Carrington back to Koulibaly. 3 seconds to go. Martin plays good defense. Eric Gordon tries to get the steal, and before it goes out of bounds, they're going to say it's a shot clock violation, I believe. I believe they will call it a shot clock violation. Yes. And Gordon is going to be able to inbound it. Saved by the shot clock. So it is a shot clock turnover, and the Sixers get the stop that they need. Now they got to get the lead back. 3.5 minutes left remaining in the fourth quarter. Maxey on a scoop and score goes up with a shot, and it's blocked. It is blocked by Richaun Holmes. He got it. And Wizards trying to take the lead again. Oubre rejects him from behind, but we have a foul called on Kelly. And Richaun is going to try to give the Wizards the lead again. What's going on, man? Maxey was crying that Holmes committed a goaltending. That was not a goaltend. Let's see again. Is this a goaltending? Did it hit off the rim? I guess it was a little bit closer than I thought. I guess it was. Oh, yeah, that's a goaltending. Ooh, that was a goaltending. And Oubre, he made a little bit of contact with the hand. Foul shot number 1 by Richaun Holmes, and Washington up by 1. 99-98. And it's not the Sixers in front. Holmes at the line for one more free throw. And he puts it up. And it rims out at the last second. Ball goes out of bounds, and it's going to be Sixers basketball, I believe. Hold up 1 second. They switched camera angles for a second, and I thought, he missed the second free throw. Let's see. I've never seen it. It literally defied physics. It went around the rim about 6 times, and it just danced out. And Yabusele got it off the hands of Koulibaly, so it is Sixers ball. We ride the seesaw. 3 minutes and 18 seconds in this fourth quarter remaining. All right, here we go. Excuse me. Maxey has it. Tries to step back. He's going to bounce it over to Caleb Martin. Takes about 2 bounces. Martin, good ball movement over to Gordon. Maxey has it. Maxey back to Gordon for a wide open 3. And that one is no good. Oh, they needed that. Oh, that was desperation. They needed that. Less than 3 minutes to go. Washington has it. An infuriating fourth quarter collapse by the Sixers again. All right, Koulibaly trying to swing it back out over to Kyle Kuzma. Kuzma's at the top of the key. Passes it to Koulibaly again. 2 seconds left on the shot clock. Koulibaly with a little floater. He puts it up, and he got it. He got a prayer off in time. His feet weren't even set. And it just, the luck of the basketball gods were like, yep, we're going to let you have that. 101-98. Here's Tyrese Maxey. What's he going to do? Here's Martin. Martin to Oubre. One more to Gordon. Can he redeem himself? He does! Punch! Counter punch! A 3. He couldn't hit it from the near wing, but he was like, you know what? I'll be wide open on the far one, and let's see if I can do that, and that was better. 2 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter. Sixers need a stop again. Kisper thought about taking the 3. Goes over towards the nail. Dribbles around the timeline. Caleb Martin playing defense. And it's Koulibaly who has it now. Koulibaly lets it fly. No good. Maxey climbs the ladder and hauls in the rebound. 1 minute and 43 seconds to go in quarter number 4. 101-101. Maxey dribbles with the left hand, crosses over with the right, swings it over to Gordon. Gordon bounces it and feeds Caleb Martin. Martin pivoting, almost traveled. He has to hit a turnaround jumper. It's up. No. Sixers trying to fight for the rebound, and it goes into Kisper's hands. They got to do good on this fast break here. How about Kuzma trying to go up and down the lane with a little Euro step? He got it, and Nick Nurse is animated. It's 103-101. Nick Nurse is like, man, you can't do that. Kyle Kuzma, it looked like he walked the floor for a second. Let's see again. Let's see. Did he walk? 1, 2, 3. Oh, that's a travel. He double dribbled. You can't do that. Come on, man. You can't double dribble. Kyle Kuzma just got away with literally walking the floor and just, oh my gosh. He was walking like he was like the Messiah out there. And Sixers call a timeout. They're down by 2. Unbelievable, man. We got a lot to talk about after this game. We're sad. Come on, we got to get the win. That's what matters right now. Unbelievable. We just got to get the win. Marshawn comes on now. Marshawn, I feel like you always come on at like times where it's like, oh yeah, like we're so bad, like we were doing so well, and it's like, nope, you're just like, nope, like I'm gonna come on the JJ stream like, you know, when things are going bad. Oh, we suck. I don't want to talk. I just want to be done with this season, says Grace. I hear the frustration. I know. I get it. Jane, they need some real fine H2O. Come on. The most important thing right now is to win this game, right? You focus on the moment, and then we complain about it afterwards. I mean, you can complain all you want now. So the ref initiated the review, and the replay did support the call. I don't know what the call was. Was it on Kyle Kuzma's travel? Yeah, he traveled. That's a double dribble, man. Traveled and double dribbled. Sixers will inbound it. They have one timeout left after they used their other one. Gershon Yabusele does get fouled on the floor. I believe it is a personal foul on Richaun Holmes with exactly 1:15 to go in the fourth quarter. All right, come on, man. Come on. Defense. Oh, wait, no, we're on offense now. Caleb Martin will drop it off and inbound it over to Gershon Yabusele or Tyrese Maxey, who gets blitzed over at the top of the key, and he gets fouled. He did get fouled on a drive over to the basket, and he'll go to the line to try to tie the game. Richaun Holmes. Holmes now with his fourth personal foul. It's his fourth personal foul. And it is a shooting foul as well. So commits 2 fouls in the span of 6 seconds. Jared Butler did come back in for Corey Kispert. Maxey's 1 for 3 from the line today. First foul shot by Tyrese. Yes, he swishes it. Now we got to tie the game. Come on. Corey Kispert will step back in, and Bilal Coulibaly will have some Gatorade. Sixers are also in the bonus. That does help them. 103-102 for the tie by Maxey. He got it.
Excellent.
69 seconds to go in the fourth quarter. Sixers got to lock up on D. What are they going to do? Coulibaly hands it off over to Jared Butler. Butler to Kuzma for 3. Too strong. Martin gets the rebound, and Maxey has it for the Sixers. Sixers need to get a bucket here. 49 seconds to go in quarter number 4. Kispert trying to lock up Maxey. What's he going to do? Maxey with a turnaround jumper from the foul line. Oh, he wanted it. And Kyle Kuzma gets the rebound. Timeout called by Washington. They had the play correct. And Tyrese Maxey took the right shot there. Just could not execute it. I mean, I have to look back at the replay to see if anybody else was wide open, but I actually kind of liked that play call there. As weird as that sounds, people might be going after me about that, but I thought that was an interesting play call. And I want the ball in Tyrese Maxey's hands. I just do. Maxey is not at a good game today, but you got to rely on your star players. You just have to. You have to rely on your stars. 39 seconds to go, and we're locked up at 103. Here come the Negadolphians in the chat. Even if we do find a way to win this, I'll be mad. I get it. I get it. Like, subscribe, hit the bell icons, man. I'm Jason Joseph. You know, regardless about how this game goes, I do want to just say again, you know, if you were tuning in for the very first time, don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe. It does help me out a lot. It does. And I want to continue to push more content for you guys. So if you guys enjoy this, just hit the thumbs up button and spread the word. Spread that word. All right. So the Wizards did call a timeout. They still have one left, and so do the Sixers if they want to use it. Wizards will not get to advance the ball, though, because they took a couple of dribbles before the timeout was called. 39 seconds to go. Let's see if they're going to try to go for a 2-for-1 here. Jared Butler's going to get the inbound. Butler takes it over towards the right side now. Wants to go downhill. Goes up with a shot. No good. Gershon Yabusele gets the rebound, and the Sixers can take the lead. Come on, man. Maxey on the drive over to the basket. Puts it up. Got it! 105 to 103 with 23.7 seconds to go, and the WFC is shaking. 23.7 seconds left, and Tyrese Maxey says, I'm going to get the lead back for the Sixers. And a timeout called by the Wizards. So they play defense here. They win. They cannot give up a three. There's 23 seconds to go, and the shot clock is going to wind on down all the way to probably the 0 marker. Wow. All right, come on, man. Let's go. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Now this is working a lot better. Okay. We'll fix that. Don't worry. That will get fixed. Our soundboard is going to get fixed. Come on, man. All right. 105 to 103. We got 45 people tuning in on the horizontal. If you're tuning in on the vertical, I appreciate you for tuning in on there as well. Means a lot to me, man. 105, 103. Sixers got to lock up all windows and doors on defense. They have to do a good job. Let's go, man. Sixers also still have one timeout left. Who's going to inbound it here? It's going to be Jared Butler. Butler will get to advance the ball. The ball gets deflected off of Kyle Kuzma's hands, and it's going to go out of bounds. Are they going to say it was last touch by Gordon? Oh, did they say it was last touch by Eric? Yeah, they did. Gordon got a little bit of contact. And there's 20.7 seconds to go. Now, the good news is that they got to inbound it. They got to do a full court inbound this time. That's a little bit bizarre. They got to advance it, and now it's a different story. So now here comes Koulibaly. Koulibaly gets a chance to go up with a shot. It's rejected by Yabusele. And the Sixers trying to play keep away. Gershon Yabusele almost fell behind, and he still was able to get a piece of it. And Eric Gordon gets fouled with 11.5 seconds to go. The Sixers defense, they just needed one good possession, and Yabusele got the stop that they needed. That was big. Couldn't even understand what was going on. Lots of stumbling and fumbling, but even still, that was awesome. Gordon at the line for 2 foul shots. The first one is good. It's a 3-point game. This is to potentially put the game away for the most part. This will make it a 2-possession game. Come on, man. 106 to 103. Gordon at the line for one more. It's up and no good. Ball goes out of bounds, though. Who touched it last? Who touched it last? They're going to say it is Sixers ball. 106 to 103. Gordon could not knock down the second foul shot, and the Sixers will inbound it from their near sideline with 9 seconds to go. And we have a timeout called by Nick Nurse, or they call something else. They called a foul. And Maxey's going to go to the line. Is it a technical foul? Looks like it's a tech. And they're going to call it on the coach. It'll be on Brian Keefe. So Maxey can put the game away here, potentially. The foul shot's up, and he drains it. And the Sixers get possession again. Boy, does this team toy with our emotions. They absolutely do. Oubre will inbound it for the Sixers. And Oubre gives it over to Yabusele. Yabusele parts the Red Sea and provides the exclamation points. He got the dunk. It's 107 to 103. With 7.6 seconds to go. They didn't count the dunk. They called it a foul on the floor, but that was a really nice dunk there, man. They did. They called a foul on the floor. It's a personal foul on Corey Kispert. And Yabu's going to go to the line. And this will for sure put it away. First foul shot. The dagger. Yes. Sixers are going to, barring anything wild, are going to come away and escape with a victory. 108 to 103. Yabusele takes 4 dribbles at the line. Gets in the shooting position, and the foul shot is good. 6 seconds to go. The shot, there's a Kispert over at the logo. Gets it back, puts up a 3-pointer, and with 0.1 seconds to go, the Sixers are going to play defense, and the Wizards will have to inbound it. So the Wizards will inbound it. It's Corey Kispert who does so, and the Sixers do escape with a victory. It certainly got dicey, and it really just got a little bit out of control at the end, but they found a way to stand their ground, and they did win 109 to 103, and now improved to 15 and 20. Ring the bell, the Philadelphia 76ers able to get another W in the books. All right. All right. We won. All right. We'll play. Well. All right. Give me 1 second. All right? Because I need to reprocess what happened at the very, very end. Ugly win, but a win is a win, JJ. Yes, half glass full, half glass empty. All right, I want to read some of your comments. JJ, you were awesome. Thank you. This was a fun stream. We took it a little bit cooler tonight, and I thought that we freed our mind, and it was really refreshing. All right, yeah, I have things to say, man. Megan says I gotta go. Yeah, if you want to stay on and listen to this little, I don't know what you want to call it. It's not a rant, but there's a lot that needs to be unpacked here. They squeaked it out. It did. They did. A win is a win. Again, a win is a win. And they did it. They did. Okay. So let's do this. All right. Give me like 2 minutes. Okay. 2 minutes. All right. I'll get the post-game show set up. I want to just sort of regather my thoughts from what happened at the very end right there, because I have things that I want to say, but I want to make sure that I do this the right way. Okay, and I'll get you guys involved in here too, but I just need a minute. So see you in a couple of minutes. All right, be right back. All right. I hope that you guys can hear me. All right. So I have we need to talk about this. We do. We need to talk about this. I appreciate you for tuning into the post game show. All right. Before I get started, hit the thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell icons. All right. If you guys have things that you want to say about that post game show, please, please, please comment them down below. I have some things to get off my chest. Okay. I have some things that I want to get off my mind. Okay. Here is thing number one. The Washington Wizards are a disgrace. They are a disgrace. They are an absolute dreadful basketball team to watch. They're not fun. They don't really have a lot of, star talent there. And they've never been able to get their together. They haven't. We have blown leads. We have blown leads in over the last 4 games. And yet, we came out with a win today. The Wizards were if you let us back in, that's one thing, but we're going to give it right back to you. That's how much they stink. That's how bad they are. For 3 games in a row, I've seen this team come out really strong in the first half, and then they finish flat. Wonder if there's a theme. I wonder if there's a theme to that. I'm sure that there is because I know why. I know why. Because once again, Nick Rivers likes to go to these guard lineups in the fourth quarter where he's playing Reggie Jackson and Eric Gordon. Meanwhile, Adem Bona and Council are sitting on the bench, and we go to a guard lineup, and we still have Tyrese Maxey come back out there at one point, and we still have the guard lineup out there. We're cooked. Man, I feel like I say this stuff all the time, man. We are. We're cooked. We get cooked on defense because our head coach, Nick Rivers, doesn't like to adjust. And what he'll do is he'll start off in the first half and he'll say, you know what, Caleb Martin, we're going to play you a lot. Right? Kelly Oubre, we're going to have the ball go through you for a little bit. And then you know what ends up happening? The ball movement becomes so stale. Let's try to establish Tyrese Maxey. Now, for a little bit of time, it was working in the third quarter, but Maxey did not have it tonight. Maxey had a poor night tonight. I don't care what the stats tell you. Tyrese Maxey, did he make some big shots down the stretch? Yes, he did, but he missed a whole lot of shots too, and he had some bad turnovers. He's not playing well. He's not. He's not playing well at all. And it has to be said. But my head coach, for some reason, when we go into the third, it was when we went into the fourth quarter, we were forcing the ball to our guards and not to actual playmakers, not to guys that know how to attack the rim and how to get one down there. It is just baffling to me how many times this has been going on. It is. It's very baffling. It's problematic. And yes. Now, the Sixers got outscored again from their bench. 21 combined bench points. Is that going to cut it? You got outscored 56. 57. 57-21. Do you see what's going on over these last 3 games? These last 4 games aren't necessarily a fluke because the bench is getting outscored. Why is the bench getting outscored? Because Nick Nurse loves going to these guards that are out of their prime, that are slower, and that just can't put the ball in the hoop. Eric Gordon was making some shots in that first half, but guess what? How many minutes did Eric Gordon play today? Eric Gordon, he played 31 minutes. He played 31 minutes. How about you give those minutes to Justin Edwards? How about you give those minutes to RC4? I'd give a little bit more minutes to Reggie Jackson over Eric Gordon. I would. So the theme is the head coach continues to make the same mistakes on repeat. And Daryl Morey, you need to make a decision. You are on the clock, Daryl Morey. You've been on the clock. Are you going to go for it? Or are you not going to go for it? If you're going to go for it, you need help. You need to boost that bench. You do. Or get another starter and then put somebody else on the bench, even though somebody has to give. We need, if the goal is to buy into this whole thing and to win now, you need more help along with the other guys to stay healthy. Right? That's the truth. Let's go back to that fourth quarter. And then I'm going to open up the floor to you guys. Let's go back to that fourth quarter. We had a 91 to 80 lead. Jared Butler made a tip shot. We could not box out that man. Jared Butler turned into Jimmy Butler, primetime Jimmy Butler in this game. Doughton makes 2 free throws. Why is Jeff Doughton Jr., Reggie Jackson, and Eric Gordon all out there at the same exact time? Why are we in love with these small ball lineups? I feel like Nick Nurse is just married to these people. Like, there has to be something that's going on. Like, he had to have made a deal or whatever it was to all 3 of these guys and just said, you know what? Like, including Kyle Lowry, like, just the love of the guards. The love of these older guards that just don't have anything in them anymore. And yet Daryl Morey stays put and doesn't do anything about it. Going back to this, Jared Butler scored 8 single points in a row and got them back in. Maxey came back in at the 7:01 mark. Eric Gordon came out, I believe, for a second. And then they put in Gershon Yabusele at center for a Dembona. Corey Kispert makes a 3. Wide open. We forgot how to rotate, and we couldn't get the switches that we wanted. Our transitional defense in that quarter was so bad, and the reason why was because we got sloppy with the ball, and we decided to go back to ISO basketball. That's not where we thrive. Carlton Carrington made a pull-up jumper. Kispert had another one. Oubre missed a wide-open 3. Now things were going Washington's way after that missed 3, and then Carrington, got a shot up and in, and the Sixers had a shot clock turnover. Then they had an offensive foul on Tyrese Maxey on the next offensive drive. Kispert makes a 3, and then Oubre dunks it, and it's tied. But, It's 98-98, and we started off the quarter up 88-74. We should have easily put the foot on the gas pedal and blown this team away. I'll give Eric Gordon credit for giving the Sixers a 1-point lead with 2:16 to go. Just a little bit, though. Did he make a free throw with 11 seconds left? Yes. Did he miss a free throw with 11 seconds left? Yes. JJ, what other options do they have? They have other options. If you care about getting up there, right? If you care about the standings, if you care about not even being in the play-in tournament, then you got to get these wins now. Oh, but JJ, they got the win tonight. Well, maybe my head coach needs to act like his job's on the line. But JJ's job's not on the line. We don't know. I mean, it probably isn't. But there's no fire. There's no sense of urgency. I repeat myself with these things. That second half, we fell apart. We fell apart like a domino in that second half. And the only thing that didn't crumble, the only thing that stayed afloat for the Sixers was the clock. You add in an extra 30 seconds to that game, I bet you we lose. It was just too little too late for the Washington Wizards. So, that's all I got. All right, yeah. I'm done with the Sixers, says Grace. I'm done with the Sixers. Lily was the closest final score. I used to pay for League Pass. So glad I stopped because it's been really awful. I give them an F because it's disgusting to almost lose to the Wizards. It's almost disgusting that we choked against the Kings, the Warriors, and the Suns, and yet we choked against the Wizards too. The Washington Wizards. Without Jordan Poole. I don't give a darn if Joel Embiid, Paul George, KJ Martin, Andre Drummond, even if Maxey didn't play, we should have won this game. This is the wake-up call for Daryl Morey to go and make a move and get ourselves a backup point guard today. Today, ladies and gentlemen. He needs to get a backup point guard today. Jared McCain probably won't be coming back this year. I love McCain. I've been wrong about Jared McCain. But we need another guard on this team. And if we want to go out there and win and contend for something, then we're going to need another piece. So, halftime was right about that. I give halftime credit there. Nick Nurse is not the coach I thought he was. He just got lucky with that championship. Oh, he was a different coach last year. He was. He was a very different coach last year. And then he got got a little bit of truth serum, I guess. Something that poisoned him. Somebody, I bet you like one of maybe one of the cafeteria people, because, we've had some problems. People were getting food poisoning last year. Maybe we don't get food poisoning this year, and maybe somebody put, something in Nick Nurse's coffee, and they just do it all the time over there, and that's like what's causing him to be, this way. I don't know. It's ridiculous. The Wizards' best players are rookies or second years, Jane. The rebuild is underway in Washington. We got outplayed in the fourth quarter. I think the most embarrassing thing, guys, is that we had 6 points in the matter of 7 minutes. Something crazy along those lines. The first 7 minutes. Let me go back down. How many points do we have in the first 3 minutes? Okay, we had 90. We were 99 points. We scored 11 points in 9 minutes of that fourth quarter. That's disgusting. That's astounding. That's actually quite impressive. I'm not going to lie. That's actually really impressive that this team only put up 9 points. 11 points in 9 minutes. The first 9 minutes of this fourth quarter. This team shows me something new every single day. Bench is always outscored every game. Yep. Nick Nurse is getting easy money. He isn't even coaching. I don't know, man. I have no idea what happened to him. I'll keep saying it. He's an alien right now. I love Nick Nurse, man. I've been such a big Nick Nurse supporter. It's hard. What's up, Rising Rhino? How you doing, man? Shout out to you. Crazy. I just can't even try to be positive. How can you? Hey, JJ. You know, they won this game without PG and Joel Embiid. That's a positive, right? Hey, at least they didn't blow it. And they're now 5 games under 500. That's a positive, right? Look. Okay, you're going to have ugly wins. You're going to have wins that you're going to want back. You are. Like, you're going to, let me rephrase that. You're going to have certain moments in games that you want back. Okay? You're going to lose. And you're going to have bad wins. And you're going to have good losses. Why is this disappointing, though? It's because this team, A, can't stay healthy and doesn't play their star players on a night-to-night basis to build chemistry. And B, there's no sense of urgency and no sort of alarm that goes off in these guys' heads saying, we got to step up. We thought that we were turning the page against Boston. We thought that we were getting hot. And now we've come back down to earth. But JJ, Joel Embiid makes a huge difference for the Sixers. And if he was out there tonight, they would have destroyed the Wizards. With or without Joel Embiid tonight, they should have smoked this team. This team, with all due respect, okay, they have a nice young team coming up now. They're the worst team in the NBA. What else? What would you go in for a trade for a team? Great question. I was going to do an exercise with you. Not tonight. But next week I was going to do it. And it was going to be called Deal or No Deal. Where we do mock trades. Okay? And I was going to play that before we did a Sixers game called Deal or No Deal. Who do I want? I would love Dante DiVincenzo. What's it going to take to give up for him? A lot. How much am I willing to give up? I don't know. I know that the Sixers are going to keep this thing going. So if they keep the core together, I would be willing to take another forward first and then try to go after a backup point guard. Actually, scratch that. I would do the exact opposite. I would spend whatever I would do whatever it takes to get. I would do whatever it takes to get a good point guard over here. We need another ball handler. We need another guy that understands how to utilize half-court sets and what he can do to help his team in transition. We are not good in transition. We played better today in transition, but during the fourth quarter, I saw a lot of transition buckets scored by the Wizards, and the reason why was because we're slow. We're slow on defense, and why is that? Because, again, Nick Nurse likes to play the older guys, and Daryl Morey, the guy that's in charge, signed these older guys because he signed them before, and he has a blast from the past, and that's just how it goes. It goes back to the whole spiral, the whole domino effect. So, other than my Sixers almost handing over the game, there's nothing much else to say. I appreciate that, Scott. I do. I appreciate that very, very much. I don't think the NBA wants to keep making money. I lost all hope for this league, says Grace. It's hard, man. It's hard. It's hard to stay positive after this win. Why do you think I didn't even play the full song today? Did they even deserve half the song? No. Did they even deserve a quarter of the song? I only did it because I know that we have fans on here that like listening to it. Halftime, dude, you're always like, I told you so. I told you so. I told you so. I hear you. I hear you. It's crazy. What's on the road ahead? What's on the road ahead? We will not be back on Friday. Okay? We won't be back on Friday. We won't be back on Sunday. I got a Villanova ice hockey game to do Friday. I got to go study for that. And then Sunday we got the Eagles. Okay? So our next Sixers game is going to be Monday night next week. Who do they play Monday night? Very good question. I'm looking at the schedule right now. Actually, I'm sorry. They play Tuesday and Wednesday. They play Oklahoma City on Tuesday. And then it's New York on Wednesday. Good luck. Good luck facing the both of those teams. All right. I love you guys. I think that's going to wrap things up for me. I appreciate it very, very much. I appreciate all of you for coming on over here. JJ, you're a true professional. I respect what you're doing, but this franchise is disgustingly awful. Hey, man. It's hard. It's hard. It's not fun, but you know what I do go back to, and I hope that this gives you a little bit of light. I do. I hope that this gives you a little bit of light. What I do go back to is that there's, even though I don't feel necessarily the best about this team either, I haven't ever since week 2. Okay. You can call me an optimist. I really don't care. I don't care. Because I like to look at the positives. I like acknowledging the negatives. I do it when I have to. Right? But the positive that I do take away from tonight, as weird as this does sound, and you're probably going to be like, oh, what is it? Cannot wait to hear this. The positive that I did take away is that we have guys on our bench that can play basketball. They're just not playing like they should be. I really do think that we have basketball players. I think that we have I like Justin Edwards. I would feel so much better about this team if they just played their younger guys. I like our young guys. I love Jared McCain. I love Ricky Council. I love Justin Edwards. I do. I really, really like those guys. I'm a big fan of Adem Bona. What does that have to do with the now? That's a great question. And I love Tyrese Maxey, even though he's played really bad over his last 5 days. But that's it, man. That's it. No matter what happens, I ride or die with this team. Good or bad times. That's how sports goes, man. That's just who I am. My brother taught me that. My brother always believed in, giving people chances. That's why I am who I am, man. So, I might say something, but I'm still going to support this team. I'm still going to watch because I've given too much into this to not see a championship. All right, love you all. Done rambling. That's all she wrote. See you guys on Sunday, man. I will post the Villanova game. I will make sure that I do that tomorrow. I promise. And, yeah, man. Lila Tov, good night. Michael, good night, man. Thank you so much for being here. Good night, everybody. Good night, Jane. Good night, John Boy. Good night, Michael. Good night, halftime. This is JJ signing off. Play-by-play with JJ. We do Sixers, Phillies, and Eagles games, and I love you all, and I will catch you all on the next one. Good night, my freaks.